Salutations everyone! How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty fine myself. Still a bit tired, honestly, because I didn't sleep that much, but, you know, overall, I'm doing fine. It feels like a refreshing day today for some reason. But yeah, it's been a while since we last played NieR. We're gonna continue. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more of the main story before going back into the side quests, since some of them I feel like are locked in some areas that I have yet to go. So yeah, I think I will definitely... yeah, I'm gonna continue the main story. So let's talk to Pascal. We still have a lot to go through. Nope, that's not the one. There we go. Pascal.
Oh, it's 9S and 2B, yes? Those machines cost quite the ruckus, don't you think?
We need to talk.
Of course. I'll help however I can.
Aha, okay. Let's ask about Pascal's past. Pascal, why did you choose not to fight? We have been alive for hundreds of years. We lost countless friends, time and time again. But losing friends isn't what scares me. What scares me is that the fact that I've grown used to seeing those I care about die all around me. That's why I decided I'd had enough.
Yes, 2B?
Yeah, that's rough. Let's ask about the other machines.
Pascal,
Yes, 2B?
aside from this village, are there any other machines that are cut off from the network?
I suppose that unpleasant songstress you so kindly defeated in the amusement park wasn't part of the network.
You mean that singing thing?
Oh, and of course there's the Forest Kingdom, but...
Forest Kingdom?
Aha,
yes.
that's probably
It's
our
a
next
vast
destination.
open area not far from here. There's a group of machines there attempting to build a nation of sorts. They're quite hostile to outsiders, however. We can't so much as go near the place.
Where is it?
Northeast of the city ruins. You should be able to reach it by passing through the ruins of the commercial facility. If you go, however, be careful. Things have been rather rough there lately.
This forest.
I also
kingdom
forgot
sounds
how
like
to play the
something we
game,
should
so
check
we're gonna
out.
have to find out all the controls, I suppose.
Yes, 2B?
What about the aliens? You know anything about aliens? Aliens? You mean the ones who created us? I'm sorry, there's not much I can tell you. We've been fighting for centuries without a single message from them. They're pretty much in the... Actually, never mind, I'm not gonna say that yet. I'll say that later in the game, in the story. But let's just say that there's a lot in common between the androids and the machines. I guess you could say that the fact that they never give us orders anymore is also a reason why we quit fighting. There we go. But I wonder, what would Pascal do if suddenly the aliens gave them orders? Because, did they stop because they weren't getting any more orders? Or did they stop because they felt like fighting isn't worth it? Or, you know, there's no point to fighting anymore? Anyways, let's go to the Forest Kingdom. We'll do some side quests later on, but I wanna progress the story now. Did I think in the last stream I was too caught up in trying to do the side quests? We didn't do that much progress, so that's why I want to do more progress this time. Oh, hi there.
This instant. No! Get away from me, dummy!
Alright.
What was all that about?
No idea.
Mother machine. Excuse me, can I ask what just happened? Oh, this is so embarrassing, but if you must know, I was arguing with my child. You don't say. That boy just refuses to listen to me, and now he's gone and run off to who knows where. This is terribly forward of me, but would you mind finding him and bringing him home? I'd go myself, but I'd never survive out there on my own. Alright, we can do it. We'll see what we can do. Look at you, you big softy. Emotions are prohibited. But guess what? 2B just so happens to have a nice heart.
Say, 2B,
Oh?
What?
when do you think you'll be willing to call me Nines?
Nice.
9S works just fine.
Well, yeah, but...
She feels too
So
cringy
this
calling
machine
him Nines.
mother has a child, eh? It's surprising to see them form familial units like that. I wonder if they'll let us examine their brain circuits if we bring the kid home.
Your scientific curiosity is getting out of hand.
That's kind of
9S.
fucked up, 9S.
Joking, I'm joking. Mostly.
Mostly. Yeah. I don't know about that, 9S. But I guess 9S models are very curious. Anyway, I think the Forest Kingdom is through here. This bridge is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool area. Looks pretty gorgeous. Anyways, onwards we go. We're gonna have plenty of action in here.
This must be the commercial structure Pascal was talking about.
Yes,
the
indeed.
records say it was once a facility known as a shopping center.
Oh, I like the atmosphere. It's very pretty. All these lights in the air. The birds singing. It's very pretty. There's a certain beauty to this post-apocalyptic setting, where nature starts to take hold of the ruins of society, and the life keeps going on. It's very quiet, it's very pretty. It's just really nice to vibe.
No getting through
This is the
here.
entrance, I think.
Maybe there's some kind of mechanism we could engage?
Engage! Uh-oh. What was that? Sounded like trouble.
If we were human, we probably would have gone shopping and such here, right?
More meaningless conjecture.
You're so serious, 2B. You know that?
Alert. Multiple machine life forms detected above our position.
There they are. Alright. Prepare to fight.
Who the heck is the Forest King?
You're getting distracted.
It's the king of the
What do you
forests.
expect? I'm a scanner. Combat was never meant to be my forte.
Alright. Nothing like a good warm-up to start, because I really forgot how to play the game for the most part. Let's get the hang of the controls once again. Oh, right. I assume this one...
Check this guy. He's just running away.
Yeah, I know who this guy is. This is no mere machine.
It's going to explode!
Show yourself, Emil. There he is.
Huh? Hey, where am I?
Long time no see, Emil.
What's that?
Hey there, guys. What's up?
This thing's weird, 2B. Let's kill it.
That's not how it works, 9S.
No. Good idea. No!
Okay, what was that?
Oh, 9S, if only you knew. If only you knew. That thing right there, in a way, is more human than any other android out there.
Looks like the forest is just ahead.
Alright. Here we go, the forest area. Ah, the atmosphere is so good. Look at this. I love this so much. Gorgeous, pretty, beautiful, outstanding, astonishing, and many, many more adjectives that I could use. Ah. Here comes the patrols. For the king!
Come, better keep your guard up.
I'm aware of how to
oh.
fight. You just be careful.
I will, 2B.
You say, as we're getting destroyed? So yeah, they've developed some teamwork. Alright, they're down.
These machines.
I mean, technically,
They were
we're
talking
invading
about
their
a
lands,
king,
right?
I saw what looked to be a castle further in. Maybe we should take a look.
Thinking about it, if these machines want to create a nation, it makes a lot of sense that they're kind of hostile, right? Because the machines, they don't understand the nuances of humanity, but they will see humanity's actions and they will take them to heart and try to replicate it, right? So when they learn about humans, they probably learn about all the wars, all the territory wars that humans did. And they probably see, oh, okay, so when we build a nation, we need to be protective of our territory, right? So that's why maybe these machines are very hostile towards any outsiders, because, ooh, we're building a nation, this is our territory, anyone that comes in is invading our lands, right? Kinda like that. Konyapi, hello randomness, hello. Because other than that, I don't know why these machines would be hostile, but thinking about it, there's a lot of tribes and civilizations that have been hostile towards outsiders for the most part. Some of them did it because, you know, they were in the position where if they didn't become hostile, they would be destroyed themselves, like the Romans, for example. If you think about the Romans were, you know, just very small at first, like many empires were. But they basically had a mentality where if they didn't conquer others around them, they would be conquered themselves, because ancient times were a very violent period of history, right? So the Romans conquered everything around them, so that, you know, by attacking first, they would not be attacked themselves, and they would be able to grow strong to face any other invasions in the future. And, you know, it works, because if you think about it, if you think like, for example, the Punic Wars, where Rome fought a war against Carthage, right? If Rome hadn't become big and expanded like it did, Rome would have never survived, you know, the war against Carthage, and most likely Rome would have been just another territory under Carthage's influence, right? So that's kind of why in the ancient times it was normal for civilizations to be so aggressive if there were no natural geographical defenses. Because, for example, if you look at the Middle East, well, many nations rose and fell in the Middle East, because if you look at a place like Mesopotamia, it's a very open land, right? Without many defensive positions, without many defensive geographical features, you could say. So it's very difficult to defend your territory if you own like a territory in the Middle East. So that's why the nations, the empires that rose in the Middle East had to expand, because those that didn't fell very quickly. Like the Middle East saw so many empires, you know, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Sumerians, so many of them, so many. Hell, the Romans were there at some point too. Oh, there they are, patrols. But for example, if you look at a country like Japan, or any island nation for that matter, really, islands are by default very difficult to invade. Because they are difficult to invade, there's less of a need to expand if you have an island nation. That's not to say that island nations don't expand, because, you know, it happens, you know. The UK, Japan themselves as well, they've had periods of history where they did expand as well. But for the most part, because they are, you know, islands and it's more difficult to invade them, they tend to be fine not expanding all the time and being so aggressive. Usually, for the most part, not always. Again, even if you think about it, modern England, the UK, is the result of being conquered by William the Conqueror in 1066. Before William the Conqueror conquered, you know, England, the ones who used to rule over England were the Saxons, the Anglo-Saxons. Though before William the Conqueror did conquer England, you know, let's just say that the Saxons were already struggling against
With these guys.
Don't
Viking
listen to what they're
invasions.
saying, 2B.
But yeah, so this is my theory as to why these machines that are not connected to the network anymore, they're hostile towards anyone outside, because they're trying to replicate, you know, human behavior of being territorial, and you know, stepping into their territory is akin to a declaration of war, right? I think about it, even in the Japanese standpoint, Japan had a period called the Warring States period, right? Where the entire country was divided in many different territories, which were ruled over many different clans. And, you know, obviously, if members of one clan just step into another territory, that would be seen as a declaration of war. I mean, unless there was like an agreement where, hey, I'm just gonna pass through, okay? Then it would be fine. But if you just pick up your army and you decide to stroll into someone's lands, you know, that's gonna be seen as an invasion. Though you could say that about any nation, for that matter. You don't just pick up your army and stroll into someone's lands like that. I think any sovereign nation would feel anxious about that. And it's not only natural that they would meet it with resistance. In fact, I can give an example. I can give an example of this. So, back in the feudal era, in the feudal period of Japan, the Japanese daimyo Toyotomi Hideyoshi, after he was done conquering and uniting Japan, he wanted to conquer China, and he wanted to pass through Korea. He didn't want to invade Korea. He wanted to pass through Korea. But obviously, as you can imagine, you know, the Koreans knew that, you know, allowing, you know, an army to just pass through their lands could be very, very dangerous. They refused passage to the Japanese. And there have been, you know, that was the start of the Japanese invasion of Korea, for example, back in the feudal era, which failed, by the way. The Koreans managed to defeat the Japanese. It was a very hard-fought war. Very, very hard fought. MVP was probably Admiral Yi Sun-shin. He's a Korean hero. He literally, I mean, I wouldn't say he single-handedly won the war, but man, he really was an MVP there. But that's a tangent, though. What I'm trying to say is that, for example, in the Crusades, during the time of the Crusades, we saw what can happen if you just let an army pass through your lands, you know, unchecked, right? I forgot which crusade it was, but there was one of the crusades, maybe it was the Second Crusade, maybe, I'm not sure, where the Crusaders passed through the Byzantine Empire. And basically, let's just say that the Crusaders did more damage to other Christian kingdoms than they did to, like, you know, than they did retake the Holy Land. They didn't, by the way. They started sacking, I think it was Antioch, I don't remember, but they started sacking cities in the Byzantine Empire, which was the empire that was allowing them passage to go to the Middle East. So, you know, I think that was the moment where in future crusades, I think the Byzantine Empire did not allow passage anymore to the Crusaders, because, like, yeah, we're not going to allow an army to just stroll through our lands anymore. You know, because they were technically allies, and still they got sacked because the Crusaders were like, you know, they were loot goblins who just wanted some profits. So yeah, who knows? Maybe the machines here in NieR Automata from the Forest Kingdom see it the same way as, we gotta be protective of our lands. Ouch. Okay, that thing has way more reach than I think. But yeah, history is fascinating. I love history. Alright, oh, actually there's something over there. I may as well check it out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the forest. Ah, hi there. Gatekeeper machine. You cannot understand the feeling of a machine. Oh. Only someone with hacking skills would be able to comprehend this. Only someone with hacking skills. Alright, I guess that's not for 2B to do. That's gonna be a 9S thing. Alright, let's see. Where to? Oh, actually there's also another quest over there. I may as well check it out. But yeah. Because, again, these machines are not just hostile towards androids, they're also hostile towards other machines. Right? The same way that humans are hostile towards each other as well, in many ways. Sometimes it doesn't matter if technically you're part of the same species. I mean, even with animals it happens, right? You know, a bear will protect its territory from other bears, for example. To be fair, it will protect its territory from everything, really. If a human barges into a bear territory, they will be attacked too. Same thing, you don't walk into a lion's territory like that. The lions will not take it very well.
Okay, now wait, what?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have a feeling that I'm not supposed to attack this. He just wants to protect his farm. Okay, let's weaken him a bit. I have a feeling this is not an enemy we have to kill. This is literally just protecting his farm. We're the ones technically invading. Oof. Okay, yeah, I'm sucking right now. Come on. Oh, whoa, what the? Well then. This is the first death we get in the game. That did a lot of damage. I'm not dodging very well. For some reason I keep thinking that dodging is in the left trigger button, but it's the right trigger one. It's just that shooting and dodging at the same time is so weird, because I need both fingers to use both my fingers at the same time there. Usually I use my indicator finger for everything. Let's try again. I wonder if there's like... Oh. Oh. Alright, we can fight him again. Gotta retrieve my body. I mean, now that I think about it, I'm kinda under level. That guy was level 30. I'm level 17. Maybe that's why he did so much damage. Ouch. Guess this is a sign that I should do more side quests. Ouch. Damn, why am I sucking so much right now? It's not normal. There we go, that's a dodge. Like, dodging in this game isn't even that difficult. It's very... The dodge is very OP. You have so much invincibility. And yet I'm still getting hit. Also, did I lose my chips? I think I did. Oh, hi there. Let me just heal up before I die again. There we go. Because I had a chip that would heal me. But I'm not getting healed anymore automatically, so that means I probably lost my chips. I need to get my body back. Yeah, fighting a bunch of soldiers, easy. Fighting an angry farmer, dies. You don't mess with farmers, man. Farmers, you know, they work on the fields every day. They're strong, farmers are strong. Let's see, how do I get there again? Ah, through here. I need my body. I will get my body back. And this time I'll suck less.
Stay away from them! Leave this place! Leave now!
Okay, now.
There we go, that's my
What?
body. Yes. Give me my equipment. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, this is a different body. Alright, you. Prepare to get destroyed. Well, I actually don't want to destroy him. I think the one that dealt the most damage against me was the boar. We need to stay away from the boar. Ouch, yep, it's the boar. It's definitely the boar. Holy shit. The boar deals so much damage. Yeah, the boar single-handedly deals half my health. Alright. But as I was saying, farmers are strong. It makes sense, I guess. Alright. Stay away from the boar. I mean, boar are dangerous, you know? Even if they're not the size of this one. The boar are pretty dangerous. There's a reason why in so many mythologies, great hunters would be able to you know, hunt like this super crazy, dangerous boar. Like, for example, Atalanta from the Argonauts, from Greek mythology. She was famous for hunting like this giant boar, right? Okay, there we go. Please, I beg of you. Please, I beg of you. We'll spare him. Fine, we'll spare your critters. Ah, thank you. So, why do you have all these animals here anyway? Long ago, I rescued an animal. No, I hurt an animal. I mean, a rescue, what the hell? I do not remember the reason. The creature took a liking to me. She followed me wherever I went. We played together whenever we could. She was warm. She made me happy. Interesting. Now, if I find a creature that is weak or injured, I bring them here. I watch over them until... Oh no, he rescued the hurt animal. Right, that's... I think I was reading wrong earlier. I watch over them until they are healthy again. Thank you for sparing them. Please visit us again. We would welcome you anytime. We'll see. So I see, it's not a farm. It's an animal shelter. These animals are all like hurt or sick. And he's just caring for them. Alright. That's wholesome. See, the machine just likes animals, that's all. Ah, the music is so gorgeous. So it was all a misunderstanding. I wonder, I would assume that this person doesn't belong to the Forest Kingdom, or does he? Because we're kinda just rampaging through the Forest Kingdom right now. But this is a very hidden place, so perhaps he's like living in hiding? I don't think so, maybe he belongs to the Forest Kingdom. How do I get out of here? Ah, the music, it's so beautiful. This song actually legit sounds like Arthur Yoko music, because of the chorus. Alright, time to go back and rampage. Ouch. Come on. Ouch. Damn, that follow-up, holy shit. Okay, I need to be careful with these spears. They have way longer reach than I think. Ow, oh, damn it. Okay, I'm gonna stop locking on. I think locking on is making things worse. Take this! Laser! There we go. Nice. We press on. You know, another thing this reminds me. It also reminds me a bit like children playing these machines.
Don't listen to what they're saying.
And let me explain what I mean. You know how children like to play pretend and mimic things, right? So imagine you and your friends as kids gather up and you want to play, you know, play pretend that you're in a kingdom and all that, and fighting with swords and all that. You know, the classical thing that a lot of boys do when they are kids. It's very normal. You're doing it because you're like mimicking it because you think it's cool, right? And you think it's when you play, you think, okay, that's what you should do, right? Be aggressive and attack everyone who attacks us, right? And invades us, right? I feel like the machines, the understanding of these machines have for like their roles and society and all that is very much like a kid learning about those things, thinking it's cool, and then trying to replicate it by playing. Except in this case, they're actually risking their lives for it. But I think it makes sense, especially keeping in mind that machines were on purpose meant to kinda resemble toys, children's toys. Like, that's actually a confirmed thing. Like, the machines were made to resemble children's toys. They were supposed to seem cute. So again, the different machines will find things cool and will try to replicate those things. The machines are just fascinated by humans. But I'm gonna hunt them all down because I just so happen to be very bloodthirsty. I just so happen to be a battle nut. And I suppose that's very in character, you know? Very in character for playing an android, because as we all know, the androids, they experience a certain stimulus from combat, which would be almost akin to the human pleasure and romance. And again, they were most likely built with that function on purpose, so that they could carry out their combat abilities to their best ability, you know, to their combat duties to their best ability. That way they will fight with no hesitation because they like it. I mean, think about it. Why is it that humans feel pleasure when they mate, right? It's to incentivize reproduction, right? It's to incentivize the continuation of the species. So it makes sense that the androids that were made and built to fight against machines in the name of humanity, they would be built with a feeling that would kind of give them dopamine by fighting, right? For humans, reproduction gives them dopamine. For androids, fighting gives them dopamine, you could say. I mean, a lot of things give you dopamine, really. Here's an ambush. Shoot first, ask questions later. Ouch. There we go. Nice. How many times have you finished this game? Actually, it's actually the first time I'm playing the game, my first playthrough. I know the full story though, because I've seen many playthroughs of the game. NieR Automata was how I got into Yoko Taro games in general. At first I did it because YouTube was recommending me a lot of NieR Automata music. Eventually I decided to... I wasn't interested at first, but then I decided, okay, I'm gonna check out this soundtrack because I'm getting recommended it so much. And then I listened to Beautiful Song, and that's how I fell in love with the soundtrack. And I decided to look more into the game. I watched the few playthroughs of the game, and from there I, heard about Yoko Taro and decided to research about Yoko Taro, and that's how I got into it. My first Yoko Taro game was actually Drakengard 1. I decided I wanted to experience every single game Yoko Taro has worked on, and I've become a Yoko Taro fan since then. I've actually had NieR Automata for a while though, but my old PC couldn't handle it. It couldn't run it. Again, my old PC just sucked. It was a 7-year-old laptop after all. It wasn't doing so good. But now with this PC I can finally play the game. Finally. But yeah, that's why I already know like the plot and all those things. I still think it's like very worth playing. I think NieR Automata is one of those games that even if you already know the full story, it can still be very much worth playing. Especially because this is a very philosophical game, in my opinion. I think there's a lot that anyone can just learn from playing the game.
So those machines had a king? But how can a
Play this game when
concept
it
like
launched.
loyalty be understood by a machine?
Like, I like watching content creators play this game to see what they think of the moral questions that are presented to them and other things, right? It's kind of similar to Undertale while being different from Undertale, right? Again, it's like the game shows you things and each person will like interpret those things differently, I feel, and think about those things differently, and perhaps it will start making them ask questions, right? In this case about existentialism and humanity and all that. It's something I find very fascinating to discuss. I like philosophy a lot. I like discussing about philosophy and asking questions and all that. So this game is right up my alley. Here they come. Alright, big boy incoming. This is a new type we haven't fought yet. Guess we could say that the Forest Kingdom has developed its own technology. Its own styles of fighting. Ouch. Damn, does that thing have a hitbox just by touching it? I guess we can keep our distance then. The faces on its shins have died though. Boom! Ouch. Alright, time to die. Fortunately, it doesn't have that much health. Alright, where to next? There's actually a lot of bodies here. Either people died against that robot, or there's probably gonna be another fight here in the future. Yeah, gimme. But yeah, eventually I'll play a NieR Replicant as well. The reason why I'm not in a rush to play NieR Replicant is because I've played the original NieR Gestalt. I will play Replicant at some point, because I know there's like new stuff that got added, and just in general the game is much more polished than the original Gestalt. Give spear weapon a try when you find one. The combo of spear and sword is very good looking. I'll try it out. Because I'm still using the base weapons, so I gotta try and experiment a little bit as well. I do like the sword style, but again, when it comes to Yoko Taro games, it's always worth like experimenting weapons. Because the weapons tend to be very much like a preference kind of thing.
Yep, this looks like a king's castle, alright.
I remember in Drakengard 1, I did use a spear for a long time. Because the spears were... I mean, Drakengard 1 gameplay is very weird. Very clunky. But the spear was oddly a weapon that you could actually use very well against many targets. Especially some strong enemies that you don't want to get too close. So I like using the spear in that game. I would basically use the sword against the trash enemies and the spear against stronger enemies. Alright, that's all the items here. The old guy clunky, right? Mm-hmm. Alright, 2D time. Oh, hi there. Alright. Yeah, the first Drakengard is, let's just say it's not the most polished game. I mean, Yoko Taro did his best with a budget he had. He barely had a budget in it. And honestly, again, I'd say that the game being so bad only makes it good. Only makes it better. Platinum Games pretty much saved the franchise. Yep. They really did. Because guess what? Platinum Games, they are amazing at doing gameplay. They just know how to make great combat. You know, Bayonetta, Metal Gear Solid, Revengeance, I mean. Alright, I'm assuming I can access that from somewhere else.
Watch out for
Yeah.
hostile enemies, 2B.
Roger that, 9.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh,
Wait, what did you just say?
she almost
Roger
called him
that,
nines.
Wait, no, that's not what you said. You said 9s. Or at least something close to...
Cut the chatter and engage the enemy.
Ah,
She felt tempted. She felt tempted to call him nines. That's adorable. I like these interactions. It's yeah. So when I reach up there, I'm gonna have to do it through another way. I don't know what whole life beginner's guide we're making next. Next one is gonna be from about Takane Louis. A long time ago, I promised a person that I was gonna do a Louis guide, and honestly, I've been wanting to do a guide on a Holox member for a long time because I like Holox a lot, and I thought Louis would be also a great start to it. So Louis is gonna be the first one from Holox that I'm gonna talk about. They like your voice for some reason. Thank you. You know, it's kind of weird hearing about that, and there's a thing about Okayo that I really relate a lot. Is that a lot of people like Okayo's voice, but she herself said that in the past she used to hate her voice, right? And I can really relate with that. I used to hate my voice too. I just wasn't used to listening to it. But I guess after some time, when you listen to your own voice for a long time, you kind of end up learning to like it a lot. It definitely helps when people tell me that they like my voice. Definitely makes me feel more confident on that aspect as well. Okay, maybe the way is through here. What about here? Ah, there we go. We found it. We found the way, right?
Analysis. This part belongs to a machine life form.
Oh.
Don't need this.
Okay, that's probably going to be for a quest.
Analysis.
Don't need this.
Oh, really? They're not going to let me take it? Ah, goddammit. I'm pretty sure I'll need that in the future. What, did I? No, I can't blow that up. How can I access that place? no way through here, no. Maybe I can't exit yet? Oh? Yeah, this 3D area confuses me a lot. It's weird to navigate. I want to get that chest, but I don't think I can get there. Yeah, I don't think I can get there. At least not now. Maybe there's gonna be like a place where I can drop up. Drop down. So I guess I'll ignore it for now. I'm pretty sure we're gonna come back here later anyway, so... That's a lot of machine. Oh, really? The laser missed. Alright, perish. Perish! Here we go. Oh, there's a body. Well, look at that. The machines also have their own logo as well. Represent their kingdom. They learned about the concept of heraldry. Nice. Ah, that felt so satisfying. Ouch, ouch. There we go. Oh wait, this place looks like the library. In NieR Gestalt. I know it's not this area because there's going to be an actual area that looks like it, but it gives me the same vibes as the library. Alright, there's no hidden chest around. Oh, hi there. Alright, I remember. This is where we're gonna meet Best Girl. Oh, I guess I can't fight that yet. Ah, there you are. Played Resident Evil franchise? I've never played the Resident Evil game. Okay, that enemy is just annoying to fight. Maybe there's gonna be an easier place to fight it. Not from there. What about that? Can I access that place? I feel like I can get there. So close, or maybe not, because there's like a platform up here. So maybe I have to go to the platform, which will allow me to jump to the other side. Maybe. Right? Yeah, that's probably it. I suck at platforming as well, so maybe that's also the case. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case though, as well. I have to go above. Okay. Now, where do I go from here? What's your favorite game, like, ever? That is a very difficult question to answer. Because I like many games. So I don't think I could pick one favorite. I could perhaps pick one favorite of different genres, but not one overall favorite. It's very difficult. Because, for example, my favorite JRPG is Trails, the Trails series. Like Trails in the Sky, Trails from Zero. Trails to Azure is my favorite JRPG, actually. Right? I love JRPGs a lot. But at the same time, I also like many games that are very different from JRPGs. Like, I like action games a lot. Sky. Trails in the Sky second chapter is amazing. I like all Trails in the Sky. But second chapter was my favorite before I played Trails to Azure. Man, they're such good games. I love the Trails series so much. Before Trails, my favorite JRPG series was Artuneliku, specifically Artuneliku 2. But yeah, I also play many other types of games. I like Civilization 5 when it comes to the strategy game genre. I like Fire Emblem a lot as well. I'm a huge Fire Emblem fan. My favorite Fire Emblem game is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Oh, I see this area is going to be confusing. Let's see. Oh, never mind. I think I'm going back for some reason. Yeah, let me see other games that I like. Again, I like action games. Those games tend to be a lot of fun. Yeah, through here. I came down like a moron. God damn it. What about Soulsborne? Yeah, I like those too. I've played Dark Souls 3. I like Dark Souls 3 a lot. Recently I bought Sekiro. I want to play Sekiro on stream eventually. So I will do it one day. I also want to play NieR one day, but I haven't purchased it yet. Maybe once it's on sale, I'll purchase it. Then we have like Warriors games. I like the Samurai Warrior series as well. That's more of a hack and slash. I've played fighting games as well. I think the reason why I like Samurai Warriors so much is because I'm just in general a huge samurai fan. I'm super fascinated by feudal Japan. But I'd like to one day experiment playing Dynasty Warriors too. No, not necessarily the second one, but playing Dynasty Warriors as well. Because that's where the series began, the actual Warriors series, right? Actually, if I remember correctly, wasn't the first Dynasty Warriors a fighting game? So that's kind of crazy how they shifted like genres. Yeah, it was a fighting game. That's kind of crazy to think about. Failed one at that. Oh. More bodies. Salutations, Almighty! Hello! We're continuing our philosophical journey. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that enemy. That enemy is just too much of a pain. Let me see. I probably have to move here. Let's see. Wait, I can't open. Wait. Oh, wait, it's something I can drag. I can't see that for some reason. Like, the lighting makes it very difficult to see. Best way to kill the enemy is to get the missiles in power. No. The missiles probably home on enemies, right? Yeah. On. Let's see. Pushing tends to be better. Oh, hi there. Speaking of samurai, this guy's wearing samurai armor. I am the blacksmith Masamune, of course you are. We found a Masamune fanboy right here. Yep. I see you are taking good care of your weapons. Yeah, Masamune is one of the most famous blacksmiths from Japan. He's the counterpart to the other blacksmith, Muramasa. They were kind of rivals, I think. Though Muramasa's weapons were known to be cursed because Tokugawa Ieyasu, a lot of his family members died to weapons made by Muramasa. So I think he spread around that Muramasa weapons were cursed. That's where the whole legend began, and that if you use a Muramasa weapon, it's gonna thirst for blood, and when you unsheath it, you're gonna have to kill someone or something like that. However, I'd be happy to sharpen them for you if you wish. Alright, there we go. A trophy this game. Gotta visit this guy millions of times. Really? Huh. You probably have to upgrade every single weapon. Let's see, I wanna upgrade my light weapon first. Yeah. I have a lot of materials actually, huh? Let's go for this one. And maybe this one as well. If I ever need more materials, I can always like grind it off stream anyways. The worst part. Ah, I see. So basically, it requires a lot of grinding. Oh, he was a master craftsman who gathered 4 black and 4 white weapons and improved on them. But they spilled so much blood that my master sealed them away in various locations across the world. However, I wager you would build them in the service of good. If that is true, you can search for them in sealed shrines throughout the world. Alright. So there we go, it was worth coming here. We're gonna have to come here a lot of times, I see. Come on, Tubi. Push! Push! It's a boy! Oh, hi there. Oh, I smell a boss fight coming up. And, I think we're gonna find Best Girl. You know, I like 2B and all, but, A2 is Best Girl. Ouch. The commander, oh yeah, the commander is pretty hot too. The reason why I find A2 to be Best Girl is just because she reminds me of Kaine. And I like Kaine a lot from NieR Replicant. She has pretty much the same personality as Kaine. The commander can step on me anytime. Amen, brother, amen. Yep, pretty much. Like, thank goodness for Yoko Taro to be able to do whatever he wants. Kaine... Well, Kaine is a complicated case. Your witch can step on me anytime. You didn't mention that you have strong legs. I do. Alright, here we go. Yoko Taro is very, very cultured. It's baby time. I think the reason why they say that about Kaine is because of one short story where she fucks NieR, but at that point I think NieR is already an adult, so it's fine.
King?
Although she did commit necrophilia in that short story because NieR was already dead. Here she is, Best Girl.
That's an
yeah,
android.
so there's
But
this
you're
one
the
short
type
story
android.
that happens after
This unit
the
is
plot of
currently
NieR
wanted by
Replicant,
Yorha. Annihilation
where
recommended.
Annihilation?
Kaine,
But why?
she fucks
Let's
NieR's
go, my
corpse.
2B?
Yeah.
Bunker to 2B and 9S. We've picked up a signal from the black box of a fugitive
Ouch.
known as A2. What you see in front of you is your enemy.
But she's...
She deserted us. She's destroyed multiple
Ouch,
precision
okay, I'm
networks.
sucking so much
Now
today.
kill her before she kills you.
Roger that, Commander. Ah, goddamn, I'm sucking so much. Why? I forgot why, but if I remember, Kaine ended up developing romantic feelings for NieR. So maybe, you know, she just couldn't control herself and fucked him when he was dead. Ouch. God damn it. So she have a D? Replicant Kaine, wait, no. Gestalt Replicant. Replicant Kaine, yes, I think. I think if I know correctly, Replicant Kaine has both members, has both genitals. She is what we would consider an intersex person. Because I think the NieR Replicant devs ended up updating the terminology. Because a hermaphrodite is not something you really find in humans, I think. Because I think a hermaphrodite can actually, like in animals, in the animal kingdom, can actually like... Yeah, can like reproduce both ways. Like snails, right? But with humans, that's not the case. Usually there's like one of the members that's more dominant over the other, right? Like imagine an intersex person would be maybe have both genitals, but one of them is functional while the other isn't, because it's more dominant towards one side or the other.
Why did you betray us?
I think that's my understanding of it, at least. I think in Kaine's case, she's more dominantly a girl than she is a man, and that's why she herself, you know, wants people to see her as a girl. But yeah, she does have a dick anyways. So portraying her with a bulge is still accurate. Ouch.
She's gone.
Operator, this is 9S. Patch me through to
But
the
the original Kaine did not, by the way.
Roger that, 9S.
The Gestalt Kaine
Sorry,
was just a
Commander.
girl,
We failed to defeat the fugitive.
I think.
I see. Well, at least you're both safe. That's an incredibly powerful unit you just faced. You should probably keep your distance in the future.
Commander, why did A2 desert the Force?
I'm afraid that's classified.
Oh? Huh.
She learned too much.
2B?
Yeah?
Let's go ask Pascal about A2. He might know something.
All right.
You know,
Pascal?
wait, I'll talk
This
about
is
that later,
9S.
actually.
Oh, you survived. How wonderful.
Yeah, we're fine. But there's something we want to ask you about.
Of course. Anything.
Actually, it needs to be in person.
Understood. I'll open the gate we built to deter enemy invaders. You'll be able to reach the village through there.
Oh. Okay. What? As I was saying, Kaine has a lot of backstory that isn't really explained. Not Kaine. A2. A2 has a lot of backstory that's not explained in the game. You see, Yoko Taro loves doing like stage plays, and unfortunately, not all stage plays are translated, I think. Yeah, he also does like short stories and things, writing novellas. There's the Grimoire NieR book as well, and many more. But he has like the stage plays that explore A2's backstory. Hello, Salamor. Yeah, I hope that... I think there are people that do translate the stage plays, though. When you have a dedicated NieR lore community. Drake and NieR lore community. Because really, you can't really talk about NieR lore without talking about Drakengard lore either, right? Drakengard lore. Because they kind of go hand in hand. Some of the theories, you know, about if maybe the maybe the timelines are like cycling. That's like a popular theory. Because in Drakengard... Yep, well... In Drakengard, you know, what kickstarts the lore of Drakengard is the fact that modern Tokyo appears out of nowhere in the Iberian Peninsula, you know, during the medieval ages. No, actually, before the medieval ages, I think. So there's theories that the timelines are actually going in cycles. Like, I just let Clemp sum them up for me. I can't bother to watch stage play. True. Clemp's videos are very, very good. Yoko Taro, what do you think about people with 2B? Yoko Taro be like, yeah, that can't be good. So send me to all in one file, please. Yoko Taro is it's very cultured. Very, very cultured. There we go, that's from the village.
We have been expecting you. Pascal told us about you. We will open the gate.
Open the gate! Oh yeah. Very, 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 very cultured. Clemp's videos are very good. Usually I recommend anyone that doesn't want to suffer through Drakengard to just watch Clemp's videos on it. The summaries. Though I do think anyone who has the patience to go through a tedious game, it's very much worth playing through Drakengard, the first one. It's gonna be a terrible experience, it's gonna be very tedious, very terrible, you're gonna die inside, but you know what, if you can power through that, it's gonna be a unique experience you'll never ever forget. You'll never find an experience like that in any other game, trust me, there's a lot of bad games out there. But no bad game is as much of a masterpiece as Drakengard 1. It's such an amazing game. Again, it's so bad it becomes good. But like in many ways. From the music being, you know, from the music to the gameplay to the story, the batshit insane story. It's just amazing. Like, I don't regret playing through that game and finishing it. Wasn't NieR the continuation of Drakengard's bad ending? Well, every ending in Drakengard is a bad ending. That's the thing. There's no good ending in Drakengard. NieR was the continuation of the joke ending. The joke ending, which is the very last ending of Drakengard. That's the one that leads to NieR. Everyone hated that ending. Everyone in the development team hated the idea. I think there was a story where Yoko Taro received death threats, so he had to hide himself inside a locker. So he decided one day, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a sequel to the joke ending, and that's how NieR came to be. And now NieR is super popular. What is D2? I assume you mean A2, Salamer. Is she fully organic robot or just an android? Androids are basically machines, but they're made with like synthetic materials that are meant to replicate like flesh, for example. The android skin and flesh is not really flesh and skin. It's just materials that are meant to emulate that, emulate the feeling of flesh and skin. So for example, if you were to touch 2B, it would feel as if you were touching an actual human, though it's not actual flesh, right? However, if you were to rip out that material, you would find machine parts because they don't have bones. They have, you know, machine bones, you know, made of metal. So yes, if you think about it, unlike some other robots that are getting super popular in Atomic Heart, it would feel good doing it with the androids in NieR. Because they would actually feel soft. So yes, 2B's ass is soft.
I'm surprised you wish to speak with me personally.
You like the androids from Detroit? Yeah.
It'll be faster if you just take a look at this recording.
I see. Information about this A2 android is indeed contained within our archives. We all understand her to be rather dangerous. However, she's never visited our village in person. My apologies. That's all all the information I have.
I see. Alright, thanks.
She's got a vendetta against
Let's
the
stay
machines.
sharp and head back to the resistance camp. We should run a check on our consciousness data and resupply.
Again, let's just say that Kaine has a lot of PTSD about machines from her backstory and all that. Her personality, by the way, the reason why her personality is so similar to Kaine is because I think the base for her personality was indeed Kaine, like canonically in universe. Also, Jean-Paul is gone. Right, I think Jean-Paul went on a journey of self-discovery or something like that. Mostly like Detroit because they die from simple stab in stomach. Because who's on with robot skeleton? The insides of A2 are, you know, robotic. The outside is a synthetic material that emulates flesh. Here, let me show you. You see this corpse right here? This is basically kinda what a machine, an android looks like on the inside. They look like this. Yeah, they pretty much are like the androids, like from Detroit Become Human. They look like this on the inside when you rip out all the flesh and all that, right? I mean, they still have like that muscle thingy, right? Like 2B on the inside looks like that, and so does 9S. Yeah. Alright.
9S, why did you ask Pascal?
They are robots
about
after all,
A2?
yeah.
Huh?
It's not recommended to interface with
If
machines
you think
without
about it,
consulting
we
command.
are also
Yeah.
flesh robots.
I'm sorry.
Though I suppose such intense curiosity can be admirable, in its own way.
Thanks, 2B.
Did she have a Tenga
Machines
inside
are the
there?
enemy. Don't forget it.
Well, she might. Canonically, like Yoko Taro said, androids can have whatever genitals they want.
It's time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Listen, 2B. I was looking at images of flowers today, and
Flowers?
yeah, there wasn't much left in the bunker's records, but I found one called a lunar
Ah,
tear.
the lunar
I
tear.
bet you'd look really nice if you put one of those in your hair, 2B.
Any replicant
It'd
players
suit your
out there will know the
stylish
meaning.
Don't eat it.
Aw, don't be a stick in the mud. What kind of girl doesn't want to look good sometimes? I'll let you know if I find anything else cute, okay?
I don't need to hear about...
Operator 60 out.
Oh boy, so many messages
Operator
now.
60 to 2B. Come in, 2B.
2B here.
The monitoring signal from the new access point has gone silent. I'm sending you the positional data. Please investigate the site as soon as possible.
Understood.
Alright. But yeah, like Yoko Taro said, any android can have whatever genitals they want. They can just replicate it. So literally, it's canonically, if 2B wanted to have a dick, she could. Now, when it comes about genitals, there's a reason why androids, for the most part, I don't know if they actually have them because we've never seen them. But again, they can if they want to. But whether they actually do, like right now, I think the reason why they might not is because they don't know what the function of it is. I think they know that humans are supposed to have them, but they don't know why they have them, right? So even though they might have them, they might not be functional, unless they learn about its functions. Then they can replicate it. I'm buying one. How easy is it to attack and down an android like A2? Very difficult. She's a combat specialist. She was literally meant for combat. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, that's the machine.
Report.
You've got mail.
Mail notification received from access point.
So yeah, what was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, genitals and machines and all that. So yeah, they if they want to know, if they want to have the body part, they can. Literally, androids cannot get pregnant, but if they want to, they could emulate a pregnancy, right? they could also make artificial like semen and artificial well, they couldn't actually do insemination, but they would do it all for recreational purposes, you could say. Because they can actually do it, because at the end of the day, they're not humans, they're not organic beings. They are machines. But they can emulate it. Because technology is not advanced here. Did you fight with Master? Well, last time we did fight him. I don't know if we fought. I think there's more fights to do against him, but I think he said that he needed to prepare himself or something. It reminds me of fighting Komaki. Actually, there's a quest close by. Let's do that one.
Yeah.
We may as well. We're already in the area. Ooh. Oh wait, is that Jackass though? If it's the Jackass one, we probably shouldn't do that. Oh, it's not. Never mind. It's an access point.
We've got company. Looks like machines.
Alert. Jamming signals detected from enemy units.
Yeah?
That's not good.
You're right. We're investigating communications. That's why. You know about Skirtless 2B, right? Yeah, I do. The self-destruction. Oh, ouch. Holy shit. Okay, I need some distance. There we go, got them in the air. I'm free to weigh the pain. Guys, don't mess around. That or I'm really sucking today. I think today I'm just not in my A game right now. Woo! Just need to get myself back into the groove. Once I do that, it'll be fine. Honestly, facing hard challenges is the best way for me to get back into the groove. Because, you know, hardship and difficulty, you know, tends to make us better at things, right? Think about it. There are Toho players that like to skip right into the hardest difficulty because it will make them better Toho players, right? That's the case. So literally, if I start struggling, hey, facing hardship is the best way to learn to play the game again.
Enemy machine life forms eliminated. Access point return to
I think that's
functioning
literally the whole point of Dark Souls, isn't it? Ouch.
Bunker to 2B. The signal from the access point just came back online. Good job.
I have some information about that, Commander.
Go on.
The access point went offline because machine life forms were jamming it.
Which means they know that facility is one of our network terminals.
Yeah, but that's not all. While they knew it was connected to our network, they didn't try to destroy it. It's almost like they were trying to lay a trap.
Damn. They're getting smarter by the day. Thank you. I'll be sure to share this with the Council of
This
Humanity
might become
on the
relevant
move.
later on.
Understood.
Yeah, it's a side quest, but this... Or was it a side quest? But I think it's going to become relevant later on. Laying a trap in there, huh? What do you think about the Dark Souls lore? Confusing or interesting? I've watched every single Vati video about Dark Souls lore. I find it fascinating. It's very interesting. I like it a lot. But I was saying about Dark Souls, actually. Think about it. Why is it... I think anyone who played Dark Souls for the first time can probably agree that the first boss they fought is the hardest boss fight in any Souls game. Because I can speak from experience. You know, defeating Udex Gundyr in Dark Souls 3, which was my first Souls game, that was in my opinion the hardest, you know, Souls boss I've ever... Okay, maybe it wasn't the hardest, because I still think the Nameless King was way harder for me, but... Udex Gundyr was so difficult, right? Because I was new to Dark Souls back then. It was my first Dark Souls boss. I wasn't used to the difficulty of Dark Souls, right? And, but think about it. It was It was like a rite of passage. Defeating your first Souls boss is a rite of passage. Because it's going to be difficult, right? It's going to be difficult because you're not used to games like that. But it's going to teach you about what to expect about Souls games from that point onwards. And every boss that point onwards isn't going to be that difficult anymore because, well, you got prepared. The first boss prepared you for it. You will be able to tackle it now. I had a friend of mine that I got him into Dark Souls 3 as well. And he was at first complaining about, you know, Dark Souls being bullshit, right? But then I kept telling him, no, dude, look, the challenge is super fair. It's just like hard, it's just more difficult overall. But this fight, you know, you will learn from it and it will prepare you for the rest of the game. Guess what? He finally beats the first Dark Souls boss. And from that point onwards, he was able to get through every single Dark Souls boss with no problems from that point onwards. And every time he would lose, he would not blame the game, he would blame himself. And yeah, that mentality helped him, you know, just get through the games better. Because that's the mentality of Dark Souls. Right? The first boss will prepare you through the sheer hardship that you're gonna have to face. It's difficult. And because it's difficult, it will force you to improve. It will force you to get better, right? Because if you don't get better, you're not going to be ready to defeat the rest of the game, right? That's why I believe Dark Souls does not require an easy game. Because this is the type of game Dark Souls is trying to be. It's the type of game where the game wants you to prepare you for the rest of the game. Like a rite of passage. It's all about overcoming overwhelming hardship. Overcoming, you know, terrible odds. And it's difficult, but, you know, you gotta keep losing and learn and improve. Because think about it, if there was a hard mode, you would never improve. No, if there was like an easy mode, you would never improve at the game. Never. That's why sometimes whenever I'm like rusty about a game, I jump into the hardest difficulty so I can unrust. Because that hard mode is going to push my skills to be good again, you know? Basically, it will force me to get good. Champion Gundir is fun. That was a difficult one, I remember. Yeah, Dark Souls games is the hardest when you're still adjusting it to its control and the world rules. Not quite a boss, but fighting level Havel in Dark Souls 1 was like that for me. I haven't played Dark Souls 1, but I do know about Havel. I do know about him. He's a pretty difficult enemy that appears. He also kinda appears in Dark Souls 3, but I think it's a pretender Havel. I don't think it's the real Havel. He appears in that optional dragon area where you fight the Nameless King. After it clicks, the games are easier. Yep, in my experience, the end game of Dark Souls 3 was much easier than the early game. Because I managed to adjust. When an android in NieR dies, what happens to their bodies? Do they decompose or they just sit there? Well, when an android dies in NieR, you can actually just retrieve the body, so you can retrieve the chips and the memories and all that, I think. Other than that, I mean, I guess it would happen with what happens with everything. It would, if they have any organic materials, they would rot. If not, they would just, you know, rust and all that. Just like regular machines. He is real. Dark Souls world is in cycle rebirth. Is something wrong? You're from Yorha, right? I don't suppose you'd. The thing is, I recently came out on the losing end of a scuffle with some machine lifeforms. The battle ended up corrupting a portion of my memory, which is a serious pain, as I'm sure you can imagine. Take these photographs, for instance. I have no idea when they were taken, or even what they are. I only know that they're important. Ah, this is from the desert. The Oasis. I remember this place. This is yep, that's the amusement park. And I don't remember this place, but I assume it's gonna be in the Forest Kingdom. I recognize that you're busy, but if you have the time to help me out, I appreciate it. Sure. Thank you so much. If you find the location shown in any of these photos, please send me the coordinates. Hopefully that will help me recover my missing memories. We'll let you know if you find anything. Thank you. Alright, we'll do that. Let's do this as well.
These places look familiar.
Yeah,
One
we've been
looks
there.
like the amusement park, one looks like the desert, and one looks like the forest. Let's keep our eyes open next time we're in any of those areas.
Do androids in NieR need to eat, or is something they can emulate? They don't need to eat. Actually, there is a quest where Jackass gives 2B a mackerel to eat,
2B,
and
your timing
the
is
oil from the
impeccable.
mackerel
Our android
destroys their
forces currently
circuits,
have
and
a
you get an
carrier
ending
deployed
from
in
that
the
because she
Pacific
dies.
Ocean. It should be back here to resupply
They can
before
eat,
too long.
but you need
The
to be careful
Resistance is
because they can
assisting
die
with
if
the
they
mission.
eat the wrong
So
thing.
I'd like to ask you to run a little guard duty. Seriously? Dead serious. There's a stockpile of missiles down at the shoreline that needs to be loaded on the carrier. And with all the machine activity lately, we need to stay on our toes. Of course, if you're already working on something for Yorha, I don't mind if that takes priority. Anyway, thanks in advance.
Alright. I think that's the main quest. Or, wait, no, it's not. Oh, hello. Your timing is excellent. I need a favor from you both. What is it? We're planning a recon expedition of the forest region. But before we can start, we need someone to head in there and set up a satellite camp. The enemies are tough, and I'd lose a lot of good people if we tried to clear them out. But you two seem like you can handle yourselves, so... Camp PGM is so chill. It's amazing. Just in general, the soundtrack of NieR, NieR in general, both NieRs, is just something you can vibe through. Honestly, no, not just NieR. Drakengard 3 has an amazing soundtrack in my opinion. I love the soundtrack of Drakengard 3. It's great. It's made by Studio Monaca as well. Got it. Head to the woods and clear out any enemies. That's the long and short of it. Yes, thank you. Alright, we can go back there. Honestly, I've already accepted that this NieR playthrough is gonna be going very slow pace, where I'm just trying to do all the quests and go at my pace, instead of focusing too much on the story. I mean, the story, I'll definitely do it, obviously, but I'm gonna be focusing on trying to complete all the quests if I can. Just because it's nice, you know, I think a game
I know it's
like
our
this
job
is
and all,
better enjoyed
but
that
these
way.
resistance types sure do use and abuse us, don't they? It's like they see us as a couple of gophers or something.
No complaining about your work. Exchanging information with the Resistance is a vital part of our mission. Besides, being a gopher is safer than being locked in combat all the time. Not dying beats dying any day.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
Facts. Those are facts to be. There's something here. Ah, it's that thing over there. So what you're telling me is that NieR androids don't need to eat, sleep, reproduce, and birth. Then why have they not rebelled yet? I mean, they have. Look at A2. And A2 is not the only one. We found another one who also went rogue, and and she was, I think, yeah, we had to kill her. We had to put her down. So trust. There are androids that have definitely rebelled. And as we're gonna find in the future, there's more to it than might meet the eye. You there, ho! Are you living every day on the straight and narrow? Life is a fleeting moment. We must fly straight like an arrow so we never lose our way. So let us see which of us is faster. Believe in yourself and grasp the future with both hands. Alright. Ooh, yeah, you're going down. Alright, where do I go? Alright, the first speed championship. Welcome to the whole new year cup. It's you and me, friend. No holds barred.
3, 2, 1,
Go! Go, 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 2B. You have some speed chips. Movement speed chips. I love this theme so much. Birth of a Wish. Come on. Come on. Ugh. We're almost there. Woo! We did it. Did someone say Azure Flash Comet? Zounds, you're fast. Although not fast. You know what I mean. I'm excited to test your skills again, and next time we'll take things up a notch. Do the androids in NieR even fear death? Can they even feel emotions? Yes, they do.
Careful, 2B. I'm picking up hostiles.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yes they do. They fear death, they feel emotions. I mean, that's the entire point of this game. Literally, we saw 2B in the first episode say emotions are prohibited, but she's been acting emotional the whole time. Hello, ready to challenge me again? Wonderful, I knew you couldn't resist the thrill of the chase up to the moment I laid eyes on you. Now let's have a race that will make our very souls quiver with delight. Yes, let's quiver. An excellent response. Oh-ho. Second Speed Championship. Three, two, one.
Go.
Come on, let's go. Wait. Maybe... Oh, I think dropping down might have been a mistake. Or was it? Ah, yep, it was. It was a mistake for sure. Not feel, they are coded to act in a certain way to emulate human emotion. I mean, that kind of brings a lot of questions though. Where do emotions come from and all that, right? Because, you know, we can also think as human brains as like being computers that are programmed to be a certain way, right? So it's kind of, again, it's a very like deep conversation that we start having there. Come now, you cannot be serious. I know you can do this. I know it. Now get out there and give it everything you've got. Right? It's just, it's a difficult matter in question. I think as technology advances, we're going to have even more discussions about that. I mean, we're already having discussions like that, but more and more it's going to become more relevant because I think it's going to be things that will impact. It will impact our society. Like let's imagine for a moment that actual androids become a thing, right? I think matters such as whether machines can feel emotion or whether, you know, machine emotions being programmed into them is valid and whether or not we're also programmed in a way because of how nature works. It's going to become relevant because it's answering questions like this that's going to dictate whether or not androids would have rights in our society or not, right? For now, the question doesn't really matter because androids like this do not exist. But when they eventually become a thing, if they do become a thing, that is, that's when the question will become actually relevant and matter, because it will have an impact on the lives of a potential new life form, right? First, we need to get through SJW before we can even worry about androids. Well, honestly, I don't think that's ever gonna be... I think, you know, discussions between people will always be a thing, no matter what period. It will always be a thing. Because in a way, it's like people trying to... Okay, actually, let's go through the conversation here with the NPC first. Because we can talk as we're moving. Hey, you're with Yorha, right? Look, I know this is a bit out of the blue, but can you help me? I've got something of an emergency on my hands. Because the reason why I'm doing is because I want to prevent another, you know, hour-long moment of looking at a dialogue box not progressing, like I did on my Yakuza stream. It seems that some machine lifeforms have stolen several plug-in chips containing classified data. If they realize what they have, we're going to be in big trouble. You have to help me get them back. Alright. Thanks. I have to track down a total of 3 plug-in chips. I'll go ahead and send you the signal code so you can track them. They're all located somewhere in the city, so hopefully it won't take too long. Alright, there we go. But yeah, I think when it comes to like questions of just in general, society and people and all that, it will always be a thing no matter the period. And right, and the thing about society is that moral questions and questions about society and all that, you know, they don't wait until others are done being discussed, right? Like even today, we have issues that have been fixed in some societies but are still a thing in others, right? You know, there are places in Africa where literally they are so superstitious that they believe in witches still, and they actually, you know, there are kids that are blamed for being witches and they're like abandoned, and there's actual like child sacrifices in some very remote places in the world because they believe that, oh, if I sacrifice a child here, it's gonna give me good luck. It's a real story. I'm not bullshitting. It's actually a thing. I've heard of a case like that happening in Uganda, for example, right? Like, think about it. This is things that technically you could say, oh, that's like stuff of the past, but it still happens today, right? And even today, there's still a bunch of, like, there's a lot of issues, basically. So when it comes to social justice, honestly, I think social justice has gotten a very bad rep these days, you know, because that's what happens when bad apples spoil the bunch, right? So these days, social justice warriors tends to be the name used to people that tend to be more extreme, you know, very extreme, you know, the usual Twitter people, right? But social justice, if you think about it, it's not a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing. It's just that they got a bad rep. They got a bad rep from bad apples, but it's not a bad thing at all. Hello. Ready to challenge me again? Okay, let's do it. Let's quiver. It just means that, you know, it's trying to equalize society in a way. The problem is that, again, there's some people that are extreme, are, you know, emotional, very emotional, too emotional, because emotions aren't really that bad, but there comes a point where it becomes too much. You know, it's just basically people that are unreasonable and are extreme, and they, you know, they basically spoil it for everyone. They made it so that now social justice equates to like extreme people on Twitter, for example, right? And that's a shame. Because I think we can all agree that as humans we're all equal and we should... Okay, yeah. I need to think of a different strategy because this doesn't work. Black Thunder Thigh. That sounds like a horse racing type of name. I'm from Indonesia. Okay, I see. Humor Witch has witch in his name. It must be a witch. Again, like, I know you're joking, right? But like, I'm pretty sure in some very conservative places in the world, hell, in America, you could even say, in some very, very, very conservative places in America, you know, just joking around, calling yourself a witch or a demon, they would see that as heresy and they would hate you and say you are of the devil. I've seen people being considered satanic for less than that.
3, 2,
it's true, it's something that happens. Like, have you guys ever seen like those pastors in like America or other places that, you know, they let me think actually a bit. Okay, yeah, this is the right place to go. Okay, I kind of screwed up there, but now I know the best route to go. I know the best route now. Like people that used to consider Disney satanic, right? Because, oh, look at that subliminal message. That, oh, the Lion King, there's like this one scene where there's the stars, there's this sparkle dust that looks like sex. Oh, that they're trying to make children be addicted to sex. It's satanic and all that. By the way, it's not. It doesn't mean sex. It means SFX, which means sound effects. By the way, it's just a an inside joke that people do in production. It's not supposed to read sex anyways. Even if it was, like, you know, bruh.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right? Hell, for example, think about the satanic panic, right? That people had with Dungeons and Dragons and Pokemon and all that, because oh, you can fight demons in Dungeons and Dragons. That means it's not the devil. It's a game of the devil. Ooh, right? Things like that. Yeah, maybe I am too slow. Maybe that's the case. So yeah, it's things like that. Honestly, I forgot why we came to this conversation, but I was talking about. Oh right, because of me being a witch and being heresy. Gotcha. That's why. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if I were to call myself like that in some societies around the world, they would actually see me as being satanic, and they would hate me. For sure, like, no doubt. There are places like that. Again, people are called satanic for less. Mr. Beast has been called the Antichrist recently for curing blind people. You know, like legit.
3, 2,
Like legit.
1.
Because they say, ooh, he's just trying to gather followings, and because he's the Antichrist, and the Antichrist will try and seduce people, right, to the dark side, and he's gonna do it by pretending to be good or something. Like, bruh, like legit the guy, you know, managed to make 1,000 people, I think, see again, which is insane. It's a game changer thing, and he's being called an Antichrist for that. Like, bruh, come on. I mean, I think I can do it. I think I can do this race. People calling others satanic because their main hand is left. Yeah, I know that. You know, I am left-handed, by the way. I know the thing that, oh, only people that write with their left hand are, you know, they're of the devil. Like, it's the devil's hand. So yeah, I know that one, because I am left-handed. Do you have any movement chips? Good question. I think I do, but maybe not enough.
3, 2, 1.
Let's try once again. If I fail, I'll look at my chips. Okay, I'm not gonna win this already. God damn it, machines. Ugh. Yeah, I need to get better chips in general, pretty much. So close. Okay, let me look at my chips. I think I can take care of them right now. All items. No, that's not it. I forgot where I get the chips. No, that's not it. Skills. Ah, there we go. Plug-in chips. We all know dragons are not dinosaurs. Okay, so let's see. This is what I'm using right now. Let's customize it. Actually, let me look at my set type B. So, all chips. Chips suck ass. Damn, they're that bad. I should have gotten much better at this point. Damn. Maybe I should look over it off stream. The chips. Because I forgot to do that. I was gonna do that, but I forgot. So I want movement speed. Hey, movement speed up. There we go. Found them. Give me them all. All the movement speed. I think that's it. Just in case we put the auto item here. Auto heal. Actually, deadly heal. Oh wait, this is nice. I like that. Offensive heal is nice too. You need to fuse them. I think I'll do that once I go back to the resistance camp. So yeah, this is why cycling back to the whole social justice conversation, you know, it's just society. As long as society continues and people are different, we'll always see some kind of controversy and thing about that. This is why I think the best advice is to follow Gura's advice in here, where, look, if you're having fun doing something, you're not hurting anyone, just do it. You're living for yourself, not for anyone else. Alright? People don't get a say on what you can and cannot do, as long as you're not, like, committing a crime, right? Or, you know, hurting someone. Just do whatever you want. It's your life, after all, not theirs. Because I know that sometimes there tends to be a lot of moral talks sometimes online about very innocent things. And it's like, at the end of the day, look, nobody cares. We're all just living our own lives, you know? We better just enjoy it, you know? That's the best way. Oh. Shockwave. Ah, that's the one I'm using. I guess I'll use it like this. Because I know that there's a lot of people that worry too much about what others think about them and all that. You know, whether it's because they have something that they like that it's kind of weird, or maybe they're into some weird shit. I don't know. Or maybe it's because you know, they get embarrassed that they like this kind of thing. That's only girls like that, you know, or things like that. Like, who cares? Just do what we enjoy. Like, back in school, when I was in middle school, it was natural for me to get bullied for things that I like. You know, people would call me childish because I like cartoons, you know, anime, video games, whatever, and other things. You know, I'm a nerd because I like chess and all that. Things like that, and I don't like football. I'm not into football like everyone else was. By the way, that's how I started hating football. By the way, you get bullied so much because you don't like football. I mean, it's not that I didn't like football. I just, you know, wasn't that interested. But I was fine with it. I just wasn't interested. But I got bullied so much because of that I was like, you know what? I hate football now. I don't care about it. So now eventually when I reached high school, I stopped caring. To be fair, in high school I wasn't bullied that much. I mean, there was an attempt in 10th grade, right? There was an attempt. But at that point I cared so little that that attempt failed, so everybody just stopped. See, the thing about... Oh, Emil. The thing about being bullied for something that you like is that the best way to go about it is literally not care. You need to not care about people poke funny of it and just embrace that you like that thing. Yeah, I like this thing. It's fucking awesome. It's amazing. Be confident about it. The moment you become confident about it, nobody can hurt you. They can't hurt you. Even if they try to hurt you, you're like, yeah, who cares? I like this thing. Hell yeah. I'll do it any day. If you ever want to do it, hey, I'll teach you. Right? That's the best way. Confidence is the best tool against being bullied psychologically. Like, right? That's something that I learned about in high school. Now, to be fair, when you are a middle schooler, it's kind of difficult because it's normal. You're a kid. You still don't know it. You haven't matured yet. And not only that, when you are a kid of that age, you kind of want to be accepted into a group. So when people kind of poke fun of you, it hurts more. So when you grow up and you start realizing that it doesn't matter, it's easier. It's much easier when you grow up, for sure. But there's still people that grow up and still struggle with it. Think about it. When Vtubers started being a thing, you know, there was a lot of people that actually wanted to hide that they were into Vtubers. Right? Because, oh, people are calling Vtubers cringe and all that, right? And I've seen people outside the community shame Vtuber fans because, oh, you like something that's cringe and all that, like, but that's the thing. as long as you are confident and you embrace you like that thing, who cares if they think it's cringe? It's just something that I like, for example. So really, calling it cringe means nothing to me. Like, at all. I like this thing. You find it cringe? Cool. Good for you. If you don't enjoy it, then you don't enjoy it. That's it. I like this thing. I'm gonna continue enjoying this thing. That's it. And I'm gonna be public about that, because I like this thing. Hey, I remember you from the other day. Sorry I got startled and ran away. Or rolled away, I guess. Dream, I'm being bullied nowadays. That's tough. Honestly, when it comes to overcoming bullying, it's a case-by-case situation, because bullying differs from person to person. In my case, you know, I overcame it at the end by being super confident in what I like. And to a point where, you know, because of I was into the whole theater club, and, you know, being a senior in 12th grade especially, you know, almost everyone in school knew me because, you know, they knew that I was like, oh, that guy from theater, right? At that point, being confident about what I like, and at the same time being, you know, in many main roles in the theater club, and people, you know, applauding me, all that, ended up making a lot of people just starting seeing the things that I like as being cool instead of being nerdy, for example. Then again, these days being nerdy is cool anyway, so... My experience, most of the time only bullies the non-confident one. Only bullies the non-confident one. Yes, because people that don't have confidence are easy targets. Here's the thing about bullying. Bullies will only pick on easy targets. Only. They will only pick on someone weaker than themselves. This is why a lot of people that actually retaliate against their bullies end up not getting bullied anymore. Because they retaliate, and the bully knows, oh, if I pick on this guy, he's going to retaliate, and yeah, I don't want to get hurt. I want to pick on someone who's not going to fight back, you know, because that's literally what bullies are. They will pick on someone who will not fight back, who can't fight back. That's why, for example, people love bullying others online, because if you bully someone online, most likely you're not going to be retaliated upon. You know, like think about people harassing Zion from Nishi-Sanji right now. They're doing it because she's an easy target, because she can't fight back, because she can't defend herself. That's why. They're literally bullies. Even though we all know that doxing people in the VTubing community is a big taboo, and even if you don't like Zion, you shouldn't do it. But yeah, anyways. Anyway, my name's Emil, and this is my shop. Wanna buy something? I've got the best prices anywhere. There we go, the Emil shop. Alright, I guess I'll buy some stuff. I have a lot of money. Buy some ships. Oh. Oh, I can keep buying them. Cool. Let me see, what else can I get? I almost got bullied when I was in grade 8. In my experience, middle schoolers are very cruel. Very, very cruel. Ooh, this is too expensive, not yet. Shockwave, blast time. Okay, vengeance. Reset. Overclock. Resilience. Counter. Ooh, let's see if he has any movement speed, actually. He does not. Ooh, this is nice, too. I think I'll come back here later. Like, off-stream, when I'm, like, thinking more clearly. Look forward to serving you again. What was that? You want to know where I live? I didn't ask that. Well, I live deep, deep underground. Picture something deep, then go deeper. Feel free to visit me anytime you want. Alright, Emil. Nice seeing you again. Yeah, he's gonna say... I love Emil. He's precious. He's a precious boy. And I showed them I can rap in English where everyone else were barely speaking it.
Over there.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, hi there. Oh, that's the child that we have to save. There we go.
Easy there, little guy. It's alright. You weren't scared, were you?
It definitely was.
We should leave before more enemies arrive.
We'll protect you.
Come on, kid, don't be unreasonable. Any ideas, 2B? I've never dealt with a snot-nosed machine before.
Snot-nosed.
You got me.
Uh-oh. More enemies incoming.
I'm on it.
Alright. Kill them all. Oh. Oof, rough. Mommy issues, I see. Damn, there's a lot of them. But they're kind of weak, though, at least.
Are you finished?
The tantrum is done.
About you. She sent us here to find you. So quit with the whining and let us take you home already.
By the way, who is your whole life Oshi? Mine is the crazy rabbit. Well, then we share an Oshi. Well, I have multiple Oshis, but Pekora is my Kami Oshi. She is the one that got me into the hole, and, you know...
Stay close, alright?
My favorite.
Don't go wandering off.
Even though I try to avoid picking favorites, she's my favorite.
She sure was. So let's go home and have you
I
apologize.
love the war
alright?
criminal. I love her so much. Alright. There's probably gonna be more enemies jumping down. I bet. Yep. I knew it. Oh, but they're not jumping. They're actually, I think they're failing at that. Probably gonna have to go up there and kill them. Right? Oh, never mind. I guess he got bored. But yeah, bullying is tough. But no matter what time period we're gonna be on, bullying will always be a thing. Because humans are, you know, a societal species, right? Poking fun at others for being different is kinda goes hand in hand with it. We should definitely shun that, obviously. That behavior is unacceptable, but, you know, it will always be a thing. It's part of human nature, exactly. I know some people say that, oh, things these days are worse. No, they're not. They're not. In some ways, I'd say they're better, because at least, hey, in my country, if you say something controversial, we won't get stoned, for example. You know? Yeah, people will hate you, but you won't get stoned. But still, there was always, like, bullying and violence and bad things like that. All we can do is hope that things get better. And that comes first with good education, one childhood. Yes, exactly. They're more exposable to the public. We have the internet now. We have TV, the internet, radio. All that helps expose things that otherwise we wouldn't know about.
2B. Come in, 2B.
I read you, operator. Go ahead.
It looks like the transporter we installed in the city ruins has gone offline. Our surface activity is going to be severely limited until we get it fixed. Can you head over there and get it working again when you have a sec?
Will do.
Thanks, 2B. Sending the details now.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
These really are different in Spain.
Analysis. Non-functioning transporters can
Are they
result in
different?
serious
Are they
limitations
different
to
in
data
Spain?
uploading and other vital mission activities.
I've only been to Spain a few times, so I don't know exactly how things are there.
Understood.
Back then, news was regulated by the media, the government. Now, no regulation. In some countries, there's still regulation, Usually the more authoritarian countries, but for countries that are more democratical, yeah, there's less regulation. It was joke. I know. And I find sometimes that the best way to go about answering jokes when I don't know what to say is to take it at face value. Always puts the other person in a panic. But yeah, I was thinking about something, but I forgot. What was I gonna say? Other things about bullies. I know some people believe that people can change, but I really do believe people can change. I've seen people that used to be, you know, toxic, very toxic people, bullies, you know, turn a new leaf and become actually nice people. And I think behavior like that should be commended. I think people that, you know, grow up, mature and change, I think that should be commended, even if they used to be assholes in the past. I know there's some people that are like, no, I would never forgive an asshole. You know, like, why would I do that? But I really do believe, like, oh, look, if this person changed and it's different now, I believe they deserve the benefit of the doubt, don't you think? Because they changed, right? They're basically a different person altogether now. They recognize that what they did was wrong. You know, that's why they change. Again, I've seen bullies change completely. Hell, I've forgiven some of my bullies because they've changed. You know, why would I hate them anymore? I hated them for what they were back then, but if they're not like this anymore, then why would I keep hating them? That's it. I mean, there is one or two that I don't forgive, because those are kind of went a bit overboard. But to be fair, I don't know if they've changed in the first place, so who can tell? You know, I tend to judge people for how they are in the present rather than how they were in the past. Ah, you're back. Thank you so much for bringing him home. Selfish child, how dare you make me worry like that? Hey, no need to get all angry about this. I don't know how to cry, fortunately. That's an acting skill I need to pick up. Pick up on. Mommy? Mommy, no, don't cry. You have any idea how worried I was? Someone finally told her it's not joke, it's joke. Yeah, I watched the clip. Finally, it took 1 year, finally. I'm sorry, Mommy, please don't cry. I'm sorry too, my darling. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, Mommy. Go on, honey. Get yourself home. I have to thank these nice people for helping you. Okay, bye-bye, androids. And there they go. Cue sad Yakuza music. Yep. Oddly enough, I can hear it in my head right now. I swear, sometimes I think that child's mind is just a bunch of bolts rattling around an empty pail. I never imagined how hard it would be to disconnect from the network. We're constantly misunderstanding each other. It makes sense why disconnecting from the network would be difficult. Think about it. Being in the network means you are being controlled. Your actions are not your own. Your actions are the actions that you've been made to do, right? So any atrocities that you commit at that point, it's like you don't have to worry about it because you don't have free will, right? You're acting without free will. The moment you have freedom is the moment where you are responsible for your own actions. And that means that any difficulties you're going to encounter, it's all up to you, you know? This is why a lot of people say that freedom is actually worse than not having free will. Because to some people, freedom means there's no meaning, you know, and that everything is scary because everything, you know, it's all up to you, you know. to a lot of people, not having freedom would be much better, because not having freedom means you don't have to worry about anything. We're constantly misunderstanding each other. Still, on those rare occasions where we connect, it makes me so very happy. I can see that. Thank you again for bringing me home. This isn't much, but I'd very much like you to have it. Responsibility is a very scarce thing. And that's, I think, a lot, something that a lot of people on the internet, and when I say a lot of people on the internet, I'm talking about V-tweeters. I'm just gonna come out and say it. V-tweeters. They don't take responsibility for their own actions, and they complain, right? And, but that's the thing. They need to take actions, they take responsibility for their actions. And honestly, I think this is like something that applies to a lot of things in life. Not just V-tweeters, but like, you know, just, you know, people in general. Not... I think I'm not being able to express myself very well. We have V-tweeters complaining about not becoming successful and complaining that, oh, those only got successful because they're in a company. We have people that complain that, ooh, my life was already like, I could never do anything with my life because, you know, I was born into a state where, you know, I don't have as much as some other people do, right? And other things like that. It's difficult. Look, a lot of the people that complain on the internet, at the end of the day, this is something that I agree with Asmongold, by the way. At the end of the day, you are on the internet. It means you have internet. It means you have a device to connect with the internet. You're already doing much better than a lot of people are, you know? So you can't really complain about that. Yes, every person struggles in their daily life, and different people will struggle with different things. Some people will struggle more than others. But at the end of the day, we all have struggles. Some people, you know, struggle to literally feed themselves because they live in a village in a remote region, you know, where they literally have to hunt for a living, you know. They don't even know what a Twitter is. Other people struggle, you know, with their struggles, you know, trying to get a job because, you know, things are difficult, you know, trying to, in my country, for example, trying to get a house because goddamn, it's difficult to get a house these days because the prices are super, super high. So a lot of people in my generation live with their parents because, you know, it's the best way, you know, it's the easiest way because how can you get a house? It's much more difficult to get a house these days than it was back then. Many of my friends, pretty much every single one of my friends is struggling with it. Every single one of them, you know, like struggles will vary. Yes, this is not like the same struggle as someone who's in a village, but it's still a struggle, which applies to the context of the society we have in my country. You know, that's simple how it is. But at the end of the day, we all need to take responsibility for our actions, because guess what? We are the only people that can make a change. We are the only people that can make a difference. Perhaps if you live in a remote village, you know, you're not going to complain that you can't feed yourself. No, you're going to take action. You're going to hunt the animal to feed yourself and maybe your family, you know, because complaining that, god damn it, you know, people over there can just buy food and get it easy, you know, they're not going to complain about that. They're going to fuck complaining. I'm going to go out there and hunt, you know, because if I don't hunt, I'm going to starve. So I better just do it. And some people sometimes in those villages actually move out and try to join the outside world, you could say. And, you know, it happens. And maybe their life will improve from there. Maybe it will be difficult because it's going to be the readjusting process, but they will go through it because they want to do it for a better life, you know? Again, think about VTubing and VTweeting, right? A lot of VTubers, they managed to join a company because they were already big, but they worked hard to get big in the first place. You know, they didn't complain. They worked hard. You know, Kiara has pretty much a 10-year-old, you know, career on the internet. She didn't become like popular overnight. It took a lot of struggle for her, and she finally made it. Some people don't even join companies and make it by themselves. It's just different struggles, different people. But again, the only person that can change your own life is yourself. No one else can do it. Because, you know, things are not going to fall into your lap at all. True, but it also seems kind of fun. But yeah. If I want something, I gotta try and get that thing. Because if I never try, it will never, ever, you know, it will never happen. And sure, maybe it will never happen even if I try, but you know what? At least I tried. And because as long as you try, it could happen. Because you're trying, you didn't give up. But the moment you give up, it will never happen. Then it's really guaranteed to never happen. You know? I'd like to make it big on the internet. I really would like to. Because I have a lot of dreams of my own. And it would be much easier to achieve those dreams if I managed to make it big on the internet. And yeah, in some ways I don't have it as easy as some other people. But you know what? I might not have it as easy as some people, but I do have some things on my favor as well. And you know what? Hey, I just gotta keep trying my hardest to improve my content, to improve my skills, so I can get what I want. Will I ever make it big? I don't know, maybe not, but you know, I'm trying. And to be fair, I don't have any motive to believe I can't do it, you know? I believe that content creation requires skill. Yes, luck is involved as well, for sure. But I believe that skill is a big, major fact. And skill is something that you develop as you are doing it. A lot of VTubers fail because they don't even make content in the first place. So nobody cares about them, right? Nobody cares about what they do. Because they don't have any content. And because they never made content, they'll never be able to get an audience, you know? Because people at the end of the day, this is the entertainment industry. People are here to have fun, right? They're here to have fun. So you gotta give them some fun, man. You gotta make something of value for them. And that something of value can be entertainment. Maybe you're gonna do a tutorial, you know, and teach people something, and that's also of value. There's so much stuff of value that you can provide through content creation. So much. You know, because value is something that, you know, people, like, think about an entertainer. What kind of value an entertainer provides? That's up to the audience to decide. Because the audience, they will see value in the entertainment that the content creator gives them, you know? They will see, you know, perhaps they just got out from their job and it's, you know, it's a very hard job and they just want to relax. And, you know, they like this one content creator. Yeah, they could watch TV, but guess what? They like this one content creator a lot. And this content creator gives them value, you know? That value of being able to relax, you know? Ultimately, value is something that there is no inherent value in anything, I think. That value only arises because people give it value, right? And yes, a lot of the times that value is rooted in perhaps a need, a survival need, like, you know, eating. So, you know, farmers were valued a lot because, you know, they produced the food that we used to eat, and without it we're gonna starve, right? Right? But like entertainment values is valuable as well. Because it provides mental refreshment for people, right? Without entertainment, you know, things would be very bleak, very terrible, you know? Even back in the Stone Age, there was entertainment. There was like singing, painting in the walls, you know, dancing, things like that. You know, people like to entertain each other. You know, storytellers were very much, you know, a thing as well. So, if you want to become a content creator, first of all, you need to think of providing value, something of value. And if you are a content creator, most likely you're going to try and entertain people. Right? And guess what? You probably won't be that good at the beginning. But if you keep doing it, if you keep trying it, and if you actively try to improve yourself, you will become better at it. And you'll be able to provide even better content to people. You know? Carving with the stone in this cave. Damn, we need to cancel wolves. They are eating our domestic animals and we can't hunt. They are better because they are hunters in nature. Yes, let's cancel wolves because they were better at us than hunting. Guess what humans did? Let's domesticate some wolves. Dogs, you know? And now we can use them to help us as well. You know? What do the dogs get in return? Well, the dogs and the wolves, they get, you know, protection and food, because the humans will also give them that. And, you know, they also give them a home and all that. And, you know, the dogs and the wolves will make the hunting easier for humans. Easy. Humans are a very adaptable species, you know? They adapt. Instead of complaining, it's always better to adapt. I think a lot of tweeters haven't realized that. They start a Twitter account. They put themselves as being on pre-debut, but they never actually do anything. And the debut stream never comes. It never comes because I think they're waiting until they get a sizable enough following before they can actually debut. But they never get that sizable enough following because guess what? They haven't produced anything. Instead, they hope to get a following by maybe making tweets that will make them go viral. And, you know, an easy way to get clout is to tweet about drama, for example. You know, maybe say something that a lot of people will probably retweet and all that. But I think they're starting on the wrong foot. They really are. Again, if you want to become a VTuber, as an indie, you can do it. You can make it big. Shy Lily did it. You know? Lucy Pyre did it. Iron Mouse was indie, by the way. She used to be indie as well. Tokinosaura debuted with 13 people. Exactly. Iron Mouse had 10 people watch her for 3 years. 3 years. You know? She only got big in 2020. But she was already, like, hard on that grind, you know? It was mostly for fun, yes. But still, to be fair, I think you should do it if you have fun. Because if you hate content creation, maybe you shouldn't do it. How good of you to grace Father Servo with your presence once again. Such drive is admirable. Well then, do you care to witness the glories of this latest modification? Witness the glories. The Father Servo you knew has passed from this life, my child. Behold his latest incarnation. Oh, he's super over-leveled. Alright, that gives a lot of time to talk, I guess. But yeah, like, Lucy Pyre, she didn't even have a VTuber model when she started. You know? Lucy Pyre, she was just making videos about Final Fantasy XIV and Pokemon. But she, you know, they were entertaining, they were good videos. And then she decided to have a VTuber model. And she made one. And she kept making videos with a VTuber model. And then she decided to stream on Twitch. And now she streams on Twitch as well. Guess what? She's big as hell. She's really big. Any VTuber with 100k subscribers to me is big. Because in my opinion, 100k is that point where you can actually, you know, take content creation very seriously, in my opinion. It's that threshold. Where, you know, perhaps I can do something with it. But yeah, that's just one example. But anyways, I don't want to comment too much on VTweeters because I think at this point it's like beating a dead horse, you know. Just in general, commenting about Twitter and VTweeters and all that, it's just beating a dead horse. So like, I don't know. I want to look for a different topic of conversation. Because, I mean, everybody that watches me already knows my stance on the matters. They know where I stand, you know. I think I'm too open with my thoughts. So I think at this point I'm repeating myself. So let's talk about something else. So what can we talk about? Let's see. Ever think about being a VTuber yourself? Yes, it's a goal of mine. I want to eventually. Once I become a little bit bigger though, because again, becoming a VTuber is a big commitment, right? Because it's gonna cost money to make the model. So I wanna grow a little bit more by making content, and then I can become a VTuber. And I'll still make videos, obviously, because I think videos is the best way that I can to show my creativity. But I'd like to, you know, also become a better streamer. Because as of now, I started streaming for two reasons. Reason number one I started streaming is because I wanted to get better at it, right? I wanted to get better at it because I knew I would suck if I ever become a VTuber and start streaming. And you know what? Best way to get better at it is just do it, so I can train and get used to it. Get used to being live, get used to being on stream and all that. And number two, I needed a change of pace as well. Because I was only doing videos, I was only doing the beginner's guide. And the thing about me, I need to vary about what I do. I'm the type of person that gets bored if I'm always doing the same thing. So that's why I also started streaming, because it was a nice change of pace. And yeah, it worked. Me streaming made me even more motivated to make videos. Why can't VTubers have a relationship with each other? They can. Look at NieRs. It just depends, right? When you're in a company, it can be difficult. Either because of company rules, or in the case of you're in an idol company, you know, the stigma about idols. But, you know, there's no inherent rule about VTubers having relationships or not. Again, NieR is in the company, for example. Like, she's in Bishojo and she has a relationship with Aethel. You have a vision of a model? I have an idea of what I want. The specifics, though, aren't exactly set in stone. I kind of also want to see what the artist will make, because, you know, if I hire an artist to do it, I'm pretty sure the artist probably knows about me, about proper designs and colors and all that. So I want to give the artist a general idea, and I want to give him feedback and inputs, but I also want to kind of leave it open to see what he also comes up with. And from that, I can give him input to maybe, oh, add this detail and change that and all that and things like that. So that's why I also want to make it big, right? Because I'm going to need money and, you know, it's going to be expensive. I want to make sure that I pay the artist well, because I'm probably going to be very annoying with my inputs. So I better pay him good money for it. So yeah, I personally see money as a means to a purpose, not exactly the end goal. I know that there's a lot of people that want to get rich, and that's their goal, is to get rich, so that then they don't need to do anything anymore, and just, you know, we could say live life. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. I see money strictly as a means to a purpose. If I get money, I will use that money to achieve more of my dreams. Because having money is not my dream. Is the things that I can do with it that's my dream. You know, I'd like, you know, to create my own IP, you know, my own series, my own anime, you know, my own games. I'd like to, you know, make these super high production events online as well. You know, I want to do all those things, and you know, those are things that require money, right? Yeah, money is a tool. You know, I'd like to hire people. I'd like to, one day, who knows, move to Japan and perhaps open a cafe in Japan. That's going to require money. I'm going to have to hire employees. And, you know, if there's one thing that I'd like to do, I want to be the type of boss that pays the employees well. Because I believe a highly paid employee is sure to work very hard. Think about it. If you are in a low-paying job, you don't care about your job. Like, bruh, it's a low-paying job. I don't care. I'm just doing this because I have to, and if I find something better, I'm gonna move away. But think about it. If you get paid very well, you will probably, you know, give it your all. Because, like, yeah, I'm being paid well. I'm probably not gonna find a job like that anywhere, so I'm gonna do it my own. Because, guess what? With this job, with this high-paying job, I get to afford anything that I can. You know, I get to afford the things that I like of the job and all that. So yeah, I wanna hire people, and I wanna make sure they are paid well, maybe a bit above average, to make sure, you know, they do a good job. And, you know, I don't want to give them extra hours, because that's also going to be bad, because, you know, if you exhaust your employees, then they're going to also underperform. It's all, I believe it's better to just, you know, give them more time to rest as well, because that's only going to make them work harder when they actually do work. But again, this is not stuff that you can just do, right? You need money, you know? It's all very pretty, you know? It's all very pretty in theory, but it's not something you can do without money, you know? You need money. That's why I want to make it big, because I want the money. So I can fulfill those dreams of mine and be able to properly pay people in ways that it's fulfilling for them as well, right? Because that way, if they themselves also get a lot of money, then they themselves can fulfill their dreams, right? And so it becomes a cycle where everyone gets to achieve their dreams, right? And money is just a tool, again. Hey, call me if you need a cook in your cafe. Got 17 years experience in cooking. Who knows? If it ends up happening, who knows? It could happen. Though right now, that's nothing more than a dream, though. It's still very much a faraway thing that I don't know if will ever happen. But it's, again, it gives me a sense of direction, you know? It's nice to have dreams, right? Because without dreams, you know, what are we living for? Am I right? Living just for survival is not worth it. You know? In my opinion, the point of life is so that we can do what we want and achieve our dreams. Dreams is what that drives us forward. Money and explosives. Is that you, Pecora? Speaking about explosions, this fight is going very well. I think he's not very difficult to dodge. And overall, if I keep my distance and slowly grind him down, we can beat him. It would be more difficult if there were many different enemies, right? But because it's only one enemy, it's doable. Even if I'm super underleveled. It also means we get to listen to this song more, Birth of a Wish. It's a very good song. I like it a lot. Have it on my phone. I have a lot of video game soundtrack on my phone. Because I love video game soundtracks. But yeah, that's also why, by the way, achieving dreams and all that, it's also why I tend to get frustrated about people that complain about not achieving what they want. You know? Because, man, it's like I wanna motivate them to do it. I wanna tell them to do it. Because it's really sad when you give up, you know? It would be much better if everyone could do it. Then again, sometimes people's success will look differently. Kiara's original goal of being an idol didn't really become real, but she became an idol in a different way. And she's still doing great for herself. And she likes what she's doing. It's not exactly what she had in mind at first. She wanted to be an actual IRL idol. But you know, now she's a virtual idol. No more! Farther servo yields! So what do you want this time? More weird junk? To business already? My. Figured I should get it over with and save us both some time. You're a clever one, aren't you? Well, when the heavens offer us succor, it is poor form to refuse. Father Server requires a silver ore, a pristine screw, and a broken battery. Hold on, that's more stuff than last time. Error, bat file or pathway, bzzzt. Stop it, I know you're not broken. Let's go already.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
I once designed the TNT contraption for Pecker's Minecraft. Too bad it's all in English, she didn't pick it up. Ah, that's a shame. I think there was a time where she was actually... yeah, looking at like a fan creation so she could do it as well. Alright, where are we going now? Let's see the map. Retrieve confidential intel. Aha. Alright. Jackass's research. Red Dojo? Huh. Interesting. There is something over here and I really want to find out what it is. Oh, there's more stuff here as well. Photographs. This is a lot of side quests. Well, might as well get on with it. Or maybe I should probably look into my chips first. Though that tends to kind of slow down the stream. Because I want to focus on the chips. So it's better if I do that off stream. Just can't forget.
Alert.
Oh boy. Holy shit.
Plug-in chip. It is likely in the possession of a machine life form.
What the hell? Alright. Damn. Oof. I wasn't expecting that one. Maybe I should actually heal myself. Anyways.
Analysis.
What can we talk about now?
Transporters can result in serious limitations to data uploading and other vital mission activities. Recommend repairing transporter as quickly as possible.
Understood.
Yeah, a red machine with a Gatling gun just destroyed me immediately. Let's see. Map. Yeah, let's go there. Let's retrieve my body. It's fine. We'll get it back. But yeah, let's talk about something else though. What can we talk about? Right, the HoloFest is underway. It's pretty cool. And everyone got their 3D models. HoloLive English Gen 2 and HoloLive Indonesia. They all have 3D models as well. It's great. And they have idol outfits. It's pretty nice. Can't wait to watch clips of it. Sadly, the concert is paid for. Should I buy the ticket or wait for the Blu-ray? It's up to you. If you buy the tickets, you get to experience it as it's coming out, so you get to experience the hype in the moment. If you buy Blu-ray, you get to have, you know, the whole thing forever for you to enjoy, and in good quality too.
Alert. Signal code detected.
Yeah, this is the guy that killed me.
Chip. It is likely in the possession of a machine life form.
Okay, wait. Let me kill these guys first. They're not over leveled. Okay, one down. Alright, there we go. It's not that difficult, just the Gatling gun got me hard. Blu-rays around October. Oh. There we go. Ouch. Alright. Here we go. Nice. Got the chip.
Requested plug-in chip obtained.
So yeah, I think these things do respawn. These items around the city. Okay, where we go next? From here. We're gonna go over here. Wait, map. Map mode. Over there. Alright, let me come up with a topic of conversation. I can't really say much about the whole fans. I haven't been watching it so far. I've watched a little bit, some tidbits, some clips here and there. From the expo. Whole life really has come a long way. It's beautiful to see. It's a shame that the Nishi Fest got cancelled.
Alert. Hostile machine lifeforms detected in the vicinity of the non-functioning transporter. Jamming signals detected. Hypothesis. Transporter malfunction is due to enemy jamming signals. Proposal. Unit 2B should destroy the enemy machines.
Alright, I'll destroy the machines. That's what I do best. This one's scary though. This one's very, very scary. Careful! Ooh, that did so much damage. Nice. There we go. Ah, the beautiful chirping of birds. Alright, let's take care of that transporter.
Is that all of them? Let's check this thing out.
Right. But yeah, today I think I'm gonna go for a shorter stream. Let's see what time it is. I think it's still too early for me to end today. But I'm gonna keep going for like an hour, maybe more. Because I'm kinda still sleepy, yeah. So I'll go for like half an hour or to an hour more today.
I don't see any damage.
Analysis. Transport
Oh.
is now operational.
This is Yorha Unit 2B. Connect me to Bunker Operator 60.
Oh, hello, 2B. Operator 60 here.
The transporter was being jammed by machine lifeforms. It should be working now.
Looks green on my end, 2B. Nice work. I'll let Command know right away. I'll also be sending over a little reward for all your hard work.
Roger.
You know, 2B, I'm a little jealous. Don't get me wrong, I know all this fighting isn't easy for you, but you get to see all these new and amazing things out there. It might be nice to visit the surface sometime, you know? That's all.
I see.
I actually find more enjoyment
right.
with VTuber when they're playing
Apologies
games
for the
and making me
unnecessary
laugh.
chatter. Anyway,
More than when
Operator
they're
60
singing. What about
out.
you? I mean, I am a Pekora fan at the end of the day, so I think that answers the question. I definitely like to watch them when they play games. For sure. I watch more gameplay streams than I do karaoke streams. Depends. Like, Pekora plays a lot of games, right? You know what? I think I know what topic of conversation is gonna be. Let me just gush about Pekora for like the rest of the stream. Maybe. I'm just gonna gush about Pekora, you know? Pekora, she really is the perfect streamer in my opinion.
The specifications of this
She's
plugin
so
chip are
entertaining.
unusual.
Oh?
This chip is a model used exclusively by Yorha units. There is no
Wait.
reason for a non-Yorha android to possess it.
A Yorha-only chip?
Interesting. But yeah, Pekora is just amazing. She is super entertaining. She's like one of those members that every time I watch her gameplay, I have a smile on my face. Like, it's just great. I really want to learn Japanese so I can watch her streams live and never miss one of them. Because man, she's just so entertaining. She really knows how to spice things up with her chaos, you know? Her streams tend to be very chaotic, and she's really, really tenacious as well. Yeah, she's quick-witted. You know, things just happens to her as well. She has great responses to it. Whenever everything is going wrong, it's super funny. Whenever things are going right, it's super awesome as well. You know, she comes up with these intricate plans against everyone else, like, and everyone gets scared of her, but then you go see how she got to that point, and she failed a lot to make it. Like, for example, take her more recent Warden Trap. This Warden Trap, where people are like, wow, the fuck did Pekora trap a Warden? It's like, wow, she's amazing. She trapped the Warden, and now she's like super feared, right, for trapping the Warden, and it's amazing because she's killing everyone with the Warden. But then you look back at how she got the warden in the first place. And she died a lot of times just to get that warden. And it was honestly an adventure on its own. You know, her getting the warden over there was an adventure. It
Hang on,
had a
Tubby.
bunch of Bugs Bunny
This
moments,
machine
that's
is
for
still
sure.
alive.
So destroy it.
Maybe we should hold off. Its main drive has been trashed, so there's no way it can attack us. And we might be able to learn something interesting if we
Also, I'm
study.
hungry again. Again, I get hungry whenever I stream. But yeah, yeah. It's just the journey to the awesomeness is filled with lots of comedy. It just makes she struggles, and the struggle is funny to watch, and then the end result is also funny to watch. And you know, again, her interactions in multiplayer games are some of the best in my opinion in whole life, because she plays the villain on purpose, right? She clearly enjoys it to play the villain, and it doesn't matter if she ends up being the winner in the end or not. She enjoys herself and she made content. Let's talk, for example, about the recent Aku-Peko interaction in Minecraft, where Pekora, after a few years, finally came back to Minecraft, right? Came back to Minecraft, and Pekora, you know, decides to just, you know, extort her and rob her. I know, she did it for fun, a nice welcome. It ends up with, you know, Aqua chasing Pekora because she wants her items back, and then eventually they fight. They come across some pillagers, and they fight the pillagers together, and then Aqua kills Pekora as they are fighting the pillagers. You know, things like this, you know, it's great. Yeah, she created emotions for Aqua. It was an entire story, and then they involved Chloe on it, and then they managed to make Aqua go to a breaking point where Aqua killed Chloe and tried to kill Pekora again. It was amazing. Like, again, Aqua herself at the end of the stream, she said thank you to both Chloe and Pekora for this. It was amazing, you know. It creates just great interactions and content. It's great memories. Exactly. I love this. Like, Pekora is really good at making this, making these interactions. Like, for example, when she lures in Subaru into her shenanigans, for example. That's another good interaction. It's great. Again, the Rust arc was a really good example of it as well. How she betrayed Suisei after she was teaming up with Suisei, and she betrayed her, killed everyone and declared war on everyone in the server and won. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It's things like this that make me like Pekora more and more. Look, whenever I watch a show, I tend to like villains more. And Pekora acting like the villain, it just appeals to me very much. Like, she's adorable, you know, she's very sweet, because we all know that off-stream, a lot of HoloLive members have said that Pekora is actually really sweet off-stream, you know. She cares a lot for, like, other people. Like, we have this one case where she raided Kanata's base in Rust, and then off-screen, she gave her all the materials from the destroyed base, right? And she didn't even tell anyone. Kanata was the one that told everyone, hey, Pekora off-stream gave me all the materials for the destruction that she caused for my base. She didn't have to do it, but she did. Villains drive the story, heroes just respond. Yeah, exactly. The villains are very important, because they are the instigators. They create the conflict. And, you know, entertainment, you know, if you look at storytelling, it really thrives in conflict. And Pekora knows how to create that conflict.
Incoming message from command.
And she makes it in such a way that the people involved in it don't feel bad in the end.
Be on the lookout
Right?
for a missing Yorha in the city ruins. This unit was in possession of several
She
plug-in
ends
chips
up
that
making
contain
everyone else feel good
classified
about it.
information. I need you to seek out whatever intel you can regarding their current whereabouts and status.
Roger.
Like, I've seen people say that, ooh,
Chips with
Aqua
classified
won the
data,
interaction, because in the end, she managed to intimidate Pekora and even killed her once and all that. But it's like, yeah, you could say that Aqua won. Aqua was like the hero in the story, right? But at the end of the day, like, Pekora doesn't mind if she lost, because Pekora achieved what she wanted. She had fun. She created this interaction, and she created interesting content that everyone gets to enjoy, you know? Like, to Pekora, this is her victory, you know? She's a genius. She's really a genius. Need to learn a thing or two from Pekora. Yeah, I really wanna, like, Pekora is like one of the streamers, like, more than just a VTuber. She's one of the streamers that I admire the most and I'd like to, you know, learn from. To make, like, cool, fun interactions like that. To be a villain, you could say. But that's why I gotta become a better streamer. Gotta become better. I am. So that's why, as much as I try not to pick favorites, Pekora is just my favorite. For many, many reasons. Like, Peko Marin interactions are amazing. Aku Peko interactions are amazing. Peko Moon interactions are amazing. It's great. You talked about my Oshi Guba. Thank you. No problem. Hey, Gura is amazing. I like Gura a lot. I've been watching Gura ever since she debuted, and, you know... I mean, I like everyone in Hololive, but... it feels very special, you know, looking at Gura and her journey all the way here, from where she came since debut. It's amazing. If only she streamed a bit more. But honestly, I think the reason why she's not streaming that much right now, and it's because of the Holofest, you know, she's gonna participate in the concert, she's gonna be singing, she's gonna be dancing, she's probably, you know, she probably has been practicing a lot. It's natural. A lot of members probably aren't streaming that much because of it. Aqua, for example, doesn't stream that much, and it's because she wants to focus on the idol side of VTubing. That's just what she wants to do. Bro, why won't she stream? She probably hates us? Nah, she doesn't hate anyone. She just probably, you know, is probably just more focused on the singing and the dancing right now. Because of the concert, and after that she probably will stream a bit more. But again, it could also be just what she wants to do, right? Again, think about Aqua. Aqua just literally said she wants to focus a bit more on the idol side, right? It's just what she wants to do. Aqua is an idol. So it depends. For example, Pekora is very much like a streamer. Like, she loves streaming a lot. She really likes streaming. So she streams like every day, or almost every day, right? And she streams for a long time. Sometimes, not always, right? There was a time where she was streaming literally every day since, like, for like a year or something, without taking a break, to the point where her voice was going hoarse. But that's because that's what Pekora likes, right? She likes streaming. She likes the whole form of entertainment. So that's why she streams more. She doesn't sing as much, for example. I've been listening to Kiara talk a lot about Gura recently. Yeah, because they've been together in their off collabs. It's super wholesome. It's really, really wholesome. You know, we all thought Takamori was gonna be like the more wholesome ship, but what's the name of Ame-sama? No, that's not Ame-sama. It's I forgot the name of the ship. God damn it, Kiara and Gura. Sametori, yeah. Sametori is very wholesome. I like the interactions between the two of them. Yeah, Sametori is... I like the interactions between the two. Oh man, he really... Because I in my opinion, Gura and Kiara are probably the two girliest VTubers in Hollow Myth. You know, maybe Ina as well. But I think Kiara and Gura are even girlier, and the two interactions between them are very amusing. They're very sweet. Though honestly, I actually like seeing Gura collab with like people in general. Like, let's see, some of my favorite Gura collabs are, you know, Sametori. I like Gura and Kali together. They're just amazing together. I like Kroni and Gura a lot as well. And any interaction with Gura and JP members is great. Gura and Pekora as well. Very rare. I used to like Kiara, but she has grown on me a lot, especially these last few months. I know there's a lot of people that don't like her voice. You know, it's funny. I really like Kiara. She was not my favorite when she debuted. When it comes to Hollow Myth, I had my eyes on Gura and Callie. Gura and Callie. And I think on debut, Kiara was my least favorite. But man, she grew on me so quickly. She quickly became one of the streamers that I watched the most. Because I think it's because we have the same taste in games, right? I just love Kiara now. I've watched her so much now. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She's very honest with her emotions. She's very open and tells a lot. She goes on tangents and tells about a lot of stories, and I just like listening to them. I like her a lot. It's funny how my least favorite in Myth became my most watched member in Myth. Really, she's the Myth member I watch the most. Gura is great in general, who would have known? Unfortunately, I don't like her voice. Nothing against her talent, but the voice. Yeah, again, that's understandable, right? Think about it. VTubing relies a lot on the voice, so it's normal if you don't like a certain voice, you're not gonna watch her. A lot of people don't watch Toa because they don't like her voice, for example. It's fine. Thank you. Oh, and I know this isn't much, but please take it. There you go. Let me just get through the scene so I can talk while I play. I'm glad I can trust you guys. Next time we meet, I'll be sure to introduce you to my family. There we go. I was so mad way back then when she said she didn't like their Country Roads cover. Let's see. She might have been a bit more perfectionist about it. I can understand the feeling, you know? When I do something I'm like, it could have been better. Really understand that feeling. Also, we need to keep in mind the fact that Kiara, when she debuted, she had a very bad microphone. She has a much better microphone now. And that did wonders. It really did wonders to her. Anyways, let's try and gather the photographs. Or maybe not. Not yet. Camp development. Yeah, let's go back to the forest, maybe? I am here. Actually, there's something over here. I want to check it out. Alright, let's go over there. We have a destination. But yeah, I like Kiara a lot. She's super wholesome. I think the KFP fandom is a very wholesome fandom. Like, really, really wholesome fandom. It's like takodachis, you know? You know, you know, I'd say that there are some fandoms that are definitely more wholesome than others. The Vtubers themselves are all amazing. You know, I like them all. Now, when it comes to fandoms, you know, some of them might be a little crazy. But I guess that's normal. Sometimes, you know, chat reflects the streamer. Not that being crazy is a bad thing, to be fair. Oh, there's something in here. Ah, there we go. We found this. I understand the feeling, but I was upset she even mentioned it. It made it hard for anyone else to say otherwise, since it would create arguments between fans. I think in those cases it's better to like specify why, right? Maybe she didn't like the Country Roads cover because she really believed she was being perfectionist and all that, right? And that could actually open discussion to, ooh, how can we improve it or something like that, right? I don't know. Usually when it comes to like, look, I am a Trash Taste fan, right? And if there's one thing about Trash Taste, is that the boys are always disagreeing with each other on everything. And I like that. I actually do like that. It makes things spicy and the conversation's going. There are a lot of fans that legit think that they sometimes hate each other secretly, but no, they literally they are friends to the point where they are comfortable disagreeing with each other with no problems, right? And it actually makes it more interesting for the discussion. That's why I personally tend to be in favor of people openly disagreeing with each other as long as it's civil. As long as it's civil and not personal. I know, as long as it remains civil, like no insults, no anything like that, you know, and people can still remain friends. Because I think disagreeing with things doesn't necessarily mean that you hate someone. You know, a lot of my friends, I disagree with them in many topics. I'm still friends with them, because I like them. Their friendship to me is worth a lot. A disagreement over a certain topic isn't gonna ruin that. I think disagreements can be a very healthy thing, personally. The other day, Kiara was thanking her fans for believing in her way back then. Because people didn't really like her back then all that much, so she was thankful for the fans that stuck by her from the beginning. And it made me a little jealous of those fans for having been with her through her whole journey. It was a bit of a rough start that she had, for sure. Even yeah, she's very close to her fans, I'd say. It reminds me of Nina Kosaka. Nina Kosaka, they actually collabed recently, and in the stream chat before the stream even started, like hours before the stream started, she was like talking with her fans in the chat. Like Kiara is very much like that as well. I'd say, like very open, very friendly. I think Kiara knows the struggle, you know. Kiara knows what the struggle is of being a small creator, struggling to get yourself known, but not being able to do it for many years, you know. Kiara knows that struggle. So because of that, I think she tends to be closer to her fans because, you know, she values that interaction with her fans a lot, you know. Like, she doesn't take the love of her fans for granted. She really doesn't. She loves every single one of them because she knows what it is like not having that. We learn from different opinions. Yeah, exactly. I also felt some shame because I was part of the fans that didn't like her. Don't feel ashamed. It's fine. Again, we need to keep in mind that, you know, everyone has different tastes, right? Everyone likes different things. It's fine if you don't like a certain creator. You know, there are some people that probably are not gonna like my videos or my streams, and that's fine, you know. I don't think anyone can appeal to everyone. There will always be something where the people are not gonna like, and that's normal. It's just human. So there's no need to feel ashamed for not liking Kiara at the beginning. Just, you know, it's just how you felt about her. You are entitled to the way you feel. I mean, it would be different if, for example, you were like a toxic person, like, you know, throwing harassment at her. That's different, you know. But you didn't do that, I'm assuming. So, like, that's fine. You just didn't like her. It's just how you feel. That's completely fine. There's no shame in that. I can tell you a lot of VTubers. I can tell you a list of a bunch of VTubers that at first I was skeptical about, and I grew up to like. Guys, when I was new in Hololive, I didn't like Toa very much. And then she quickly, you know, became a VTuber that I like a lot. I heard her sing, and then it's like, man, I like her. I want to know more about her. And then I started watching her interactions, like with other members and all that, and Apex and all that, and I love Toa a lot. Legit, Toa is amazing. I became a Kenzuko. But at first, when I found out about her, wasn't that much into her. Same thing with Luna. When I saw Luna for the first time, I was like, oh, she's just, you know, pretending to be a baby, that's all, right? And I didn't like her that much at first, right? And then I realized, man, Luna is always playing a character. That takes a lot of skill. She does not break character. And honestly, she's very entertaining as well, you know? And then now I like Luna as well. At the beginning, I didn't like Aqua. I thought Aqua was all just being about being cute and nothing else. Guess what? Then I started finding out more about her. And, there's the whole Mario Kart legend of her. There's the whole Apex streams. Her interactions with other members. And I realized, man, Aqua is amazing too. How I like, now I'm an Aqua fan as well, right? And I could keep going on and on with like VTubers that first I didn't like, and I like. From Nishi-Sanji, I didn't like Reimu at first, I thought she was a bit too hostile. But guess what? Then I realized, oh no, that's just how Reimu is, She doesn't actually mean anything serious with that. It's just how she is. And you know what? Her arguments with other members are actually really entertaining, and she's actually pretty sweet. And now I like Reimu a lot. I don't think Etheria would be the same without her.
Yeah, but come on, 2B. It still feels
So literally,
good.
there's a lot of VTubers that at first I didn't like, but I never excludes the possibility of me liking them. And honestly, because I tend to I watch their co-workers, right? I watch their other gen mates, and they tend to, collab together. I end up realizing, wait, never mind, this VTuber that I thought I wasn't gonna like, I actually like. So yeah, there's a lot of VTubers that I like that at first I didn't like, but I like a lot now. From Nishi-Sanji, from Hololive, many different ones. I wasn't that much into Pipkin Pippa at first. I wasn't that much into Pippa at first, but from watching her a bit more, I realized, you know what? I think she's cool. I like her actually. I may have my differences. I may have my differences from her, but you know what? I think Pippa's pretty cool. I want to make a video about her in the future. It's probably going to be controversial, but you know what? I don't care. I like her. Pippa needs help. I think the reason why Pippa at first was kinda... I didn't like it at first is because I was watching her Pippa collab with Tenma, and they were playing Broforce, and it was a clip of Pippa just going like super hard on conspiracy theories, right? I think she was joking. In hindsight, I think she was joking, but like I think that alienated me a bit. But again, I kept watching Pippa eventually, and you know what? I like her. She's funny. She's entertaining, and she actually cares a lot about the community. She cares a lot about VTubers. She's actually really sweet. So yeah, she's a good girl. I think she does have a good head on her shoulders, honestly. She just loves to mess with people, yeah. Really goes to show that you can't judge a book by its cover, Sometimes you might have a bad first impression with someone, but maybe if you find out more about them, you end up learning to love them as well.
Come in.
Commander?
Emergency orders incoming. The carrier ship that was set to resupply has come under attack. It's currently being engaged by a swarm of machines. I've asked all Yorha troops in the city ruins for assistance, and I'll need you to provide backup as well.
Oh.
I'm sending flight units and coordinates now. Good luck. Out.
Alright, we got some story. Pippa's a Watame. Yep, she is.
You see?
I can understand.
Driver.
Watame is amazing.
If she didn't order others around,
there's a lot of
what kind leader
VTubers that I
would she be?
consider my favorites that I haven't made videos
say
about
so.
yet. Watame is one of them. Watame is one of the first VTubers I watched as well. One of my first favorites as well. And I haven't made a video about her yet. I remember when Hololive had that an anniversary thing where if you actually tweeted at them or something like that, or follow them, they would like give you a random VTuber to associated with you, and they gave me Watame. But yeah, she's just great. I like Watame. Hachama is another VTuber among my favorites that I haven't made a video about yet. Yeah, here comes the BGM. I wonder why most rabbit VTubers are mischievous. Maybe it's a Bugs Bunny factor. Potentially. You watch your Horror Week streams? I actually don't think so. I don't think so I have. Alright, it's time for some story mode progress, intensity. But yeah, I always love it whenever I show people like what I miss degenerate side, like people that might be new to her, that don't know that she's actually, you know, pretty degenerate too. She hides it very well. Well, sometimes. Sometimes she goes hell yeah whack pie. But yeah, honestly, getting into Vtubers really taught me something new. It really taught me that, you know, hey, you might have a bad first impression with someone. You shouldn't judge a person just based on one first impression. It's better to get to know them before actually throwing judgments on them. Because, who knows, they might actually be completely different from what you think. I learned that from Vtubers. Some really emotional things happened with Pippa that week, where she was buried in donations. Oh, the one where she streamed Hogwarts Legacy? Oh no, you mean the horror week. Okay, never mind. Because I know that Hogwarts Legacy stream was like her most successful stream ever. One of the most super chatted streams in the month, I think. That is also why she no longer works in the kindergarten. I don't think so. It's fine. Alright, Jim Witch, gotta go to sleep. Catch you next time. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. See you next time. The stream isn't gonna last long either. I think I'm gonna stop after the story mode event is done.
We've come under heavy fire from the enemy. Our escort ship has taken damage.
Because I'm super hungry and kinda sleepy as well.
We're currently
I didn't sleep that much.
support fighters, but we can't hold them off for long. I repeat, this is Carrier Blue Ridge 2.
I'll use the opportunity and get myself some good chips off stream. I recommend you watch it, it's heavy. I will give it a look. Alright. Right now, the streams that I've been watching more as of late is Selene Tatsuki Apex streams. Selene from Nishisanji, she is going to participate in the V-Cycle tournament. And I wanna watch her entire progress, her training, and all her streams that she does in the tournament. It was the V-Cycle tournament that got me into Apex.
Looks to be 2.8 clicks southwest of us.
I remember when Aqua participated in the V-Cycle, I rooted for Team Start End. Aqua, Toa, and Suisei. This time I wanna root for Selene. This is gonna be her first time in the tournament. Selene is gonna be collabing with Axel Sirius from Holostars. Nishisanji. Yes. Though I've been feeling very tempted to watch actual Pekura streams. The problem is the language barrier. That's why I gotta learn Japanese. I will be able to learn Japanese once I go. I was learning by myself, but I'll be able to learn more once I go to university. Back to university, that is. Because the course that I want to go has Japanese language learning. Chat bullies people Pippa until she cries. Oh wait, I know that clip. I've watched that clip. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, I want to go back to university. I dropped out of my previous course because I didn't like it. Now I want to go to a different one.
A large enemy presence.
Didn't I kill that already?
What on? If it's that big, we should be able to see it.
This one is related to Asia. It's Asian studies. I'll get to learn Japanese. I'll be able to learn Japanese. I'm gonna learn Mandarin as well.
Well, that's new.
Very jealous of people can be consistent towards their goals. Personally, I struggle with that. I don't know what I can say about that. Because I feel tempted to give advice, but I don't think the advice would apply, right? Because in my case, the reason I can be consistent is because I really want that one thing, right? But when I think about wanting things, sometimes wanting things can be a double-edged sword. I think I told you about that in one of the messages. How people that want for nothing actually are more enlightened than people that want for everything. Because people who want for nothing can be happy by themselves. People who always need other things to become happy, you know, will never know true happiness in a way. They will always suffer. So it really depends. Is it something you really, really want? Or it's something that you kind of want but not that much?
EMP generator target confirmed.
Because I think my answer will depend on it. If it's something that, yeah, maybe you would like, but you're also not that, you know, into, then at that point it's like, it's not really a problem, I'd say. If you can't be consistent about it, because it's just something you might not care that much. And that's fine. You don't need to. If it's something that you really, 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 really want, and you can't be consistent about it, then that's a different story. I think that goes more into like into a more motivational conversation and all that.
Enemy data obtained from command.
Go ahead.
The only known record of this machine lifeform is a lone sighting 320 years ago. Upon reaching land, the unit unleashed a devastating electromagnetic wave attack. All resistance fighters in the vicinity were annihilated.
Damn.
So basically, if this thing reaches land, we're screwed.
Affirmative.
Yeah, this is a big boss. So yeah. It all depends on consistency and trying to... I think the best way... if I had to give like advice on motivation, to be fair, I sometimes also struggle a little bit. I very much have a procrastination problem myself. Honestly, it may seem like I'm consistent, and that's because I always go back to work on that thing, right? But I have a big procrastination problem that I need to fix. From my experience, the best way to get motivated is to build a habit. You need to build a habit. Maybe you start out slow, you know, small. You know, instead of going, you know, big dick into a project, you work on it bit by bit, you know, little by little. And you build the habit. And as you build that habit, it's going to become more natural for you to work on that thing. Because you're going to condition your brain into, okay, now it's time to work on that thing. And sometimes when you feel bored about something, it might be best to sit on that boredom, because you need to teach your brain, hey, I know you want dopamine right now, but right now it's time to work. To the point where eventually your brain is going to be, you know, used to it, used to the feeling, and it won't feel as bad anymore. I don't know. Honestly, I would watch Dr. K if you want advice on that. I think Dr. K gives a lot of good advice when it comes to this. I've watched a lot of his videos on motivation and all that. Must take care of your physical health. Strong of mind, strong of body. Or should I say the opposite? Strong of body, strong of mind. I need to do some exercise. I haven't done exercise in a long time. I'd probably like to play a sport, like tennis, like I used to. Or maybe go swimming like I used to in elementary school. But as of now, I've been too focused on YouTube. Ouch. There we go. Alright, tomorrow I have stream, Nana. Tomorrow is gonna be a rest day. I'm gonna use the opportunity so I can make the short that I wanna do for next week. I wanna do that short before I start working on the next beginner's guide.
Oh, come on! It's got an electromagnetic barrier over its whole body?
But yeah, next week I think I'm planning, yeah, YouTube short. It's gonna be the Pekura short that I've been wanting to make for a long time.
Are you Yorha?
Hunter Squadron deploying out of North 12C Defense HQ. I'm the commanding officer, 4B. Don't
4B.
worry, we'll take it from here.
But what was I saying? Right, next week I might stream
Let's leave this area to
the visual novel
I have an idea.
that Ying posted
You
on
and I should
the
meet up
Discord
at the spot I
server.
just marked.
The one about Nishisanji, the Ninisani scenario. I think it's gonna be fun. I have a friend of mine who's also a big Nishisanji fan, and she also wants to watch the stream.
Close-range mortar fire.
Got it.
It's in case you don't know what Ninisani scenario is, it's a VT original visual novel about Nishisanji EN girls, and apparently the writing is really good from what everyone has been saying, and that the action is very accurate to their personalities. So I want to try it out because again, people are saying very good things about it.
I'll help aim.
All right, here we go. Time to shoot.
This thing's armor is too thick. We need more firepower.
2B, let's try for a more direct approach.
Direct? Oh, right.
That's right. Lay down some fire in its stupid mouth.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun stream. Hopefully I don't get cancelled from the stream. Because, you know, it is a visual novel coming from VT after all. But from what I've been told, there's nothing bad like in the visual novel, like no bad words and things like that. So yeah. There we go. Ever listen to Gura's Oceanside Soft Talking members on stream? Nah, I don't have a membership, so I haven't. They have all the Enlivers on everyone from every girl from Lazulite, Obsidia, and Etheria. So the first 3 gens from Yen.
To me! We gotta bail, 2B.
Oh
this
boy.
is bad.
That's the EMP blasts. Ooh, that's a big boy. Boom.
Are you alright, 2B?
Hey, Pascal. Alright. The battle isn't over. We fight on.
That enormous machine is an ancient weapon. It
Fight
was
on.
designed to help
Emblem of
annihilate the
Radiance.
androids, but it wound up going out of control. I was part of the machine's network when it happened, so I remember it. The moment it reached land, it went berserk and began attacking everything in sight. No one could figure out how to stop it. We eventually marooned it deep in the ocean, but it seems to be searching for a way back.
Hey, 2B, I think I have another idea. You keep that thing right where it is, okay?
What?
Please, 2B, this is gonna work.
S is leaving the front lines. Proposal: 9S should be reported to command as a deserter.
No, he's not a deserter. He has a plan. Exactly. Goddamn pod already. Running away, deserter. He would never abandon us.
I'm going to see if we can use those missiles back on the shore. But I need you to destroy the EMP unit on that thing's back. Otherwise, they're just going to go off course. On.
Toa did a biscuit eating ASMR? Wait, what? Really? You gotta link me that. Or is that like a members only stream? Probably is. If I would have guessed. I don't have any membership since again I'm subscribed to over 200 Vtubers. Like I like way too many Vtubers, so because I've been avoiding picking favorites, I haven't gotten any memberships. Because I have too many favorites. I would go broke. But again, once I become able to learn Japanese, I will definitely get myself a pack with a membership for sure. He's poor. Yeah, once I'll be able to learn Pekura on her streams, I'll definitely buy her membership. Definitely. I want to be able to watch every single Pekora stream. You know, recently Astel had a collab with Matsuri, and he said that his Oshi is actually Nenechi, and I think Matsuri asked him if he would ever collab with Nene, and Astel said he would never collab with Nene because he does not want to collab with his Oshi, he wants to admire him at a distance. Kind of the same thing that people said about Watame. And you know what? I really relate to that, because I relate to that. I love Pekora. She's my Kamiyoshi. But I don't think I would imagine, like, in the hypothetical, you know, fantasy world where for some reason I could collab with Pekora, which, you know, is not realistic at all. You know, it's Pekora after all. Would I collab with Pekora? I think I wouldn't. I think Pekora is really one of those members that I prefer to admire at a distance. Even, like, now, but to be fair, Asta also did say, you know, because Matsuri said, what if Nene were to ask you for a collab, Asta? Then Asta was like, okay, in that case, maybe then I would consider it. Maybe. And I think I'm on the same opinion. Right? Wouldn't do it. But if in the fantasy world where she would ask for it, I would consider it. But the reason why I say fantasy world, it has not to do with it. Well, her size is one of the big factors. Number two, she's super shy. Number two, she doesn't collab with guys. She's an idol. There are idols that collab with guys, but Pekora is not one of them. She herself is super shy and feels nervous talking around to guys, so it would never happen ever. Literally, if I was part of Holo Stars, it would never happen. But yeah, but I'm fine with that, anyways, because again, I prefer to admire Pekora at a distance. She's that one feeling where, you know what, I admire her a lot, but I would never want to collab with her unless she were to ask for it. Because to be fair, I don't think I would stop myself at that point. It's like, oh, I'm gonna become a victim of war crimes. But I don't personally think we would even have any good synergies, to be fair. I don't know. I can't imagine it working out. I think when it comes to collabs, if one day I get big enough where I can, you know, maybe reach out to collab with bigger Vtubers, I'd like to collab with mostly EN members, because again, language barrier. If I could speak Japanese, I would also talk about Japanese Vtubers, but in this case, EN members, like, for example, the Nijisanji members, the Nijisanji EN members, for example. When it comes to whole live EN, I think I would feel too nervous. They're too big. I think Kali would be the one. Kali would be the one that I would talk to, like, want to collab in the Holo EN. Yeah, I think that's it. Really, just Kali. I don't think I would do well with anyone else. Let's see, there's Kali, there's Nijisanji EN members, there's Iron Mouse. I think Iron Mouse would be awesome.
Signal lost.
There's Tenma and Pippa as well. Lucy Pyre, I think she's cool.
Organize a search and rescue party for the missing Yorha members at once.
Oh boy.
2B. 9S. Don't die on me.
We're the favorites here. Well then. But yeah, this is a hypothetical if I ever get big enough to where I have that reach. Hypothetically. I have no membership for any VTuber at the moment. I don't watch them that much and prefer to send random super chats for support. We killed the baby. I think I remember this machine is a baby. Has the mentality of a baby at least. Makes me lose a little faith in the fandom when female VTubers don't feel comfortable collabing with guys. Well, there's two reasons for it, right? There are VTubers that don't collab with guys because they know their fandom is gonna act poorly about it. And then there's the VTubers that don't collab with guys because they just, you know, feel nervous around guys, just in general. That's what Pekura said.
Operator,
And Pekura and Noel both.
2B, are you
They said
alright?
that they feel nervous around guys. You know, they're not used to talking to guys, that's why.
Thank goodness.
So in their case,
Never
it's not
mind.
really the
I need a
fandom,
status
though they
report.
also did say
Roger
that, you know, hey, I'm an idol, so, you know, I wouldn't do that to you guys.
It ceased its resistance 8 hours ago following your missile strike.
But yes, it is very
However, its
sad
EMP strike knocked
whenever
out comms all across the region.
they are afraid to
We're having trouble
collab
getting them
because
back
the
online,
fandom
which
is
means
scary,
data
not
uploading is
because they
currently
themselves are
unavailable in
nervous
some
about
areas.
it.
Where's 9S?
Yeah, about that. We picked up a faint black box reading, but it wasn't strong enough to lock down his position.
If you found something, that means he must be alive. Put in a request to the commander for immediate approval to begin a search.
Actually, the commander has already ordered us to prioritize tracking down surviving Yorha members. If you find 9S, let me know, okay?
Will do.
Okey-dokey.
To be out.
Alright.
Han, I need you to scan
Yeah,
for any
can
nearby
talk.
black box signals.
Yeah, I'm sub to everyone. I have like I'm sub to
No
200
signals
VTubers
detected.
at this point.
However,
It's insane.
a dynamic scanner is required for detection of weaker signals.
Never heard of it.
Said dynamic
Okay,
scanner
maybe not
may be
200, maybe
located in the
150.
resistance camp. Proposal. Further information should be
Last time I
obtained
checked,
from
it
the
was 100 and
resistance leader.
something.
Let's go.
No response. Well, this one's dead. Limited functionality detected in black box. So she's still alive. Contact the bunker. Affirmative. Oh, what? My controller is freaking out. The dodge button is kind of broken. It gets stuck sometimes. Let's see, anything else? Let's go over there. Oh my god, recently I looked at my subscription. It said a little over 100 subscriptions. Oh! Do you make videos too? Maybe clips? Aha! He's from the Resistance, right? Hey, you have a membership card? Membership card? Can't let anyone here if they don't have a membership card. Now be gone from here. Let's negotiate. Told you to scram. You're not getting in here without a membership card. Think I can just be bribed like that? I've never been this insulted in my life. Well, this card appears to be in order. Delve. Oh, subscriptions. Ah, I see. That's what I meant. Please, this way. I'm not. You're not gonna pass. I'm not gonna be bribed. Gets bribed. This is all Elias' fault. Yeah, let's just say that the other person didn't really. I was expecting him to only buy the bribe, take the bribe, once we go all the way to 10k, but no, only 1,000 was enough.
Huh.
Oh.
This is unexpected.
Oh, this is for the DLC, I see. This is the Colosseum, right? Because I have the DLC, I have the definitive, like the big edition of the game. Cool. Oh, is this the... No, this is not the spear. Yeah, cool. I highly doubt it. Look, I will just start out, okay? I'm still trying to get the hang of this. Oh, okay. Cool. There's a quest in here. Oh, it is the arena. Stop dodging, TV. Cool. Yeah, this is where you can fight the CEO of Platinum Games and Square Enix. It will break your immersion. Alright, let's look at that quest. This must be your first time with us. In that case, welcome to the Ultimate in Entertainment, a place where androids and machines risk their lives in combat. And yes, it's technically against resistance regulations, but everyone needs a way to blow off some steam, am I right? Please let me know if you'd like to participate. We have a quest here. Care to join the fray? Let's walk away for now. I think I'm gonna end this stream. Let me just end it somewhere where next time I come... Well, I guess it doesn't matter, since I'm gonna play off stream so I can look over the chips. But yeah, we found the DLC area. Cool. And now risk our lives in glorious combat. So cool to see like the giant destroyed robot in the background. So cool. Though we killed a baby, again, that robot was a baby. It was just scared and wanted its mother, and we murdered it. I think. Maybe I'm full of shit. Okay, these guys are annoying. Oh no! There we go. Die, die, die! Hello? Kubik is so cute. She's very adorable. Right, since you are ending the stream, I'm going to sleep. It's 2 AM, or else my health is going to decline again. Go to sleep. Yeah. Thank you for coming, though. Thank you for coming. Make sure you get some plenty of rest, so you can wake up strong. There we go. I'm gonna end the stream after I get back to shore. No anomalies detecting black box signal. However, a language core seems to have been damaged. Poor thing. Poor thing. You're going to be fine. Don't worry. Ah. Pod, send a rescue signal to the bunker. Affirmative. Why doesn't she have 4 million subs? I think being a JP Vtuber definitely will hurt your reach, right? Because of the language barrier. I think EN Vtubers will have an easier time now, because they can connect with anyone that knows English, right? I do like how the environment changes with the story. Not a lot of open games with that. It's great. Come on, let me get back to shore, so I can end it. Damn, that's so many corpses over here. There you go, nothing here. There's another corpse over there. Ah, stop. Ah, my button is stuck. Nice. I don't like how they... it must be late where you live? Oh no, it's not late to me. Randomness lives in Malaysia, so for him it's already super late. I live in Portugal, so it's like the afternoon right now. It's like 5 something AM, PM I mean. 5 something PM. My streams usually go until 6 PM or 7 PM, but I do want to go rest a bit since I'm still kinda sleepy. Because I had a collab stream with Dino yesterday, and I was super excited for the collab because hell yeah, I love playing Pokemon Showdown, and it's my first collab, so I was very excited as well. So I wasn't able to sleep properly that night, and today I also didn't sleep that much because there was a mosquito in my room, and I spent a long time at night trying to hunt down the mosquito to kill it. That's why. Since you were around when Ian debuted, how was it seeing Gura get 1 million? It was very interesting. Back then, when Gura got 1 million, before she got 1 million, it was a race between Fubuki and Korone. Like, people were all racing, right? And then, you know, in 1 month, in like little more than 1 month, Gura just starts racing across the field and surpassing them. It was insane. Now, there was a lot of toxicity back then because, you know, some people were taking that race a bit too seriously and they were legit being toxic that Gura got 1k to 1 million and oh, boohoo, that she doesn't deserve it and oh, something, she's better than the others. Like, it got very toxic. Again, when people start feuding like that, it gets really toxic. But, it was just super cool. Gura got 1 million. Then Korone got 1 million, then Fubuki got 1 million. In very short succession. But it was a race between Korone and Fubuki before that. I mean, joined about a month after debut, but I wasn't aware of anything going on that time. Yeah, she, because she got 1 million like 37 days after her debut. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I think this is a good place. Good place to end it. This is fun. It's nice coming back to NieR, and hey, this one stream we talked less about controversies than other streams. And honestly, I wanna keep it like that if possible, because you know what? It's much more nice when I can gush positively about things, you know? When it comes to controversies, I think, you know, it happens in the community, so sometimes I will comment on it because, you know, I like the community, so I wanna comment about what's happening in the community. But you know, I want to, if possible, I want to keep myself away from like talking too much about controversies. So that's why I tell you guys, if I ever if I ever start talking too long, too much about a particular controversy, feel free to call me out on it, because I myself want to put myself into the habits of not talking too much about it. Really, again, like I say, I admire a lot of Vtubers, and if there's one thing they usually don't do is they don't usually talk too much about it. So I'd say this stream was a step in the right direction in that aspect. Yeah. We did talk earlier about like some things, right, about VTweeters, but that's different. I wouldn't consider that talking about controversy. It's different. Though still, I like to say good things more than I like to say bad things, so I would prefer if I keep gushing good things about VTubers that I like. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. It was a lot of fun. We'll continue NieR some other time. Damn. See you guys next time. I'll see you guys next time. I'm repeating myself. Sorry, I don't know how to do outros yet. Sweet dreams. Bye bye. Thank you for coming. I should probably come out with an actual outro.